into a good to a good little rhythm here of just coming on live for about 4 hours a day, dunking on some idiots, providing some entertainment, providing some education, and quite frankly, that's what we're gonna do again today. So for all you early birds in here, for the first 800 of you guys, TikTok is a very peculiar platform where it requires a lot of early engagement on these live streams for us to send out in their algorithm to get on the For You page of all the MAGA crazies all around our country. And if you want to help us get out in that algorithm, if you want to help us get on all of the MAGA crazies For You pages so we could pull them in here, you can help by tippity tap tapping away in that phone screen. Hyperfixate on that number in the top left-hand corner. You can also help by sharing the stream out with your friends. You could copy the link, it does the same thing, hyperfixate on that number in the bottom right-hand corner, as well as spam the comment section. I really appreciate you all. It's going to be a good stream. We're going to have some good conversations. But seriously, the first step is to just get the live to push. Man, it's been a little bit rough recently. But anyways, welcome in everybody. It is super duper good to see the first 1.4 thousand of you guys. If you voted for Trump, if you're MAGA, let me know by hopping in the queue. You'll come up here for a debate. We're going to have a good time. You know, the usual money that I'll fake bribe the MAGAs with, it's gone after the date last night. So we no bribe today, unfortunately. Gosh darn it. But it was spent on good things. But okay, let's go and get my main account up here as a guest so we could get the push out to all the followers on the main account. You guys already know the drill. And now let's go ahead and take a look at that queue and get our guests up here. We already have a handful of people. Let's go and get Arthur up here. Get our first guest loaded in. Spam MAGA in that chat if you do want to come up and debate. Just, you know, looking for some Republicans. Arthur, what's going on, man? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
Arthur's not here. Hypothetical, did he vote for Trump? Hypothetical's not here. Kins, thank you for the galaxy. I appreciate you for that love, Kins. Thank you so much. Everyone tuning in here, welcome in, guys. We just started the stream, so you are all still considered the early birds. I appreciate you guys for joining in so early. I mean, you guys are just phenomenal for that. I love you all. And let's get our first debate underway. It's typically the hardest to get that first debate rolling. What's going on, Mr. Random Emojis? You're definitely a kid, right? You're not 18? Speak. I'm going to ban you. And you're banned. Moving on to that next guest. Everyone give us a minute. It'd be a whole lot easier if all the Republicans in here just spam MAGA in the chat so I could just invite you up.
I was just double tapping.
No worries, Mike. I appreciate you for double tapping. I wish that, you know, all the, you know, Republicans could just spam MAGA in the chat so we could kind of get past the annoyance of the queue. The first debate's always the hardest to get. I appreciate everyone for being in here, guys. Continue to double tap away in that phone screen. We literally just started the stream, so every single one of you guys are early. If you want to get some more debates in here, do double tap on that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 500,000 likes. Do share it the live. Let's get up to 1,000 shares and spam that comment section. Hello, Spit. Did you vote for Trump?
No, but I would have voted for Eugene.
Okay. All right, guys. No trolls today. No trolls today. You're just going to get automatically removed. I'm going to be honest with you. Let's go and move on to that next guest, you guys. We got Ella loading up into the box, guys. Still looking for people to spam MAGA in that chat to just get up here super duper easy. Like I said, first debate's the hardest to get, but once we get it, they just roll in. It's kind of a little bit of a gamble at the beginning, but, you know, then we get some consistency after that. We've been doing these for so long, we kind of know how they roll. What's going on, Haha? Did you vote for Trump?
Yo, Dane, what's good to my dog?
You know what, Aaron, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. It's been a minute.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, but Aaron, it's been forever, dude. You're like an OG to the Dean Parker debate sphere. What's up, Britt? Did you vote for Trump? Shut up, no trolls. Banned, blocked, banned. You're cooked. You're out. You're over. You're done. All right. Let's be real. Quite frankly, we need to be real. No meow meows today, okay? All right. What's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Hell yeah. Why wouldn't I vote for Trump?
Okay. Well,
do you think Kamala's progress with like trying to make houses cheaper would be better for America?
So her name is pronounced Kamala Harris, and then second
Kamala
of all,
Vice President Harris. All right, sorry, sir.
So yeah, making the prices of housing in America
You
worse
think that would
be-
help America?
I do.
Oh. Well, what about the insulin prices? You think that's a good thing? You think diabetics should just be drug addicts sitting there shooting up all day?
Okay, I gotta kick you off for that.
All right,
You're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get the live restricted. I think you're a troll. That was crazy, though. That was crazy. That was so crazy. That was so crazy. What's up? Did you vote for Trump? Bro, dude. Rough day, rough day. Yo, that was a crazy statement. I have a guess here that that guy was a troll. I gotta say that was that was a unique troll. That was crazy. What's up, Cam? Did you vote for Trump? Cam, speak. All right, buddy. Jess, did you vote for Trump? Jess, speak. All right, buddy. Aiden, did you vote for Trump?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, did you vote for Trump?
I did, and I'm 22 years old.
Awesome. Lucilia, I do appreciate you so much for that dollar. Thank you. Hey,
Hello?
Sal, what's up? Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Okay, awesome. I think I've already talked to Adrian before. All right, Sal, why did you vote for Trump?
Shit, I don't even know. But hey, the Lions finna win today. Hey, the Lions finna win today.
Embarrass yourself.
Lock in, baby. Lock in, baby.
Are you embarrassed yet?
Alexa, play the Lions one again.
Maddie! Mama Peach! Yo! With the TikTok universe, we have not even had a debate yet today, and Mother Peach is already dropping it like it's hot. You know, I was actually just thinking about you the other day, Mama Peach. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that, you know, you are being well rewarded in life. You are one of the kindest human beings, and not just to me, but to many, many others. You are an absolute blessing. I want everybody in the chat to show some love to motherfucking Peach. If you don't know who she has been supporting me for literally so long. Dario, thank you for the galaxy. And she has supported so many others as well. She's a genuine, kind-hearted individual. Seriously, like probably the most altruistic, good person I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. And you mean so much to me. You mean so much to us, and I really appreciate you for the love. We're gonna go to get back to the debates, but everybody, please show some love to Maddie, and with $100. Maddie with $100 on Venmo too. No way, bro. Oh my god, dude. Mother Peach. Holy shit. Dude, you're joking. I want to see non-stop W's for Mother Peach in that chat for at least the next 10 minutes with the TikTok universe and, right, not limited to, and the $100 on Venmo. Are you actually joking, bro? Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. W's for Maddie, W's for Peach, W's for Mother Peach in the comment section all day, every day. Please show them some love. My words, my thankfulness, it cannot be expressed in words to sufficiently account for your kindness. So hopefully a couple thousand people spamming your name and showing you some love in the chat will do. And we appreciate you so much here. What's up, Nick? Did you vote for Trump?
Okay, yes, I did vote for Trump, but like I have a question. So like I don't really like follow all the politics and stuff since my family is like they lead towards Trump. I'm just like I was so confused over all of it. So I voted him. But like I want to know your viewpoint on like why. Like obviously I've seen some videos like why you don't like him. But like I just want to understand more like
Yeah,
why
Nick, honestly, I would say the best place for you to be is just watching the live. And the reason I say that is because during the debates, you will hear Trump supporters bring up essentially every argument in the book. If you watch for long enough, every possible reason that you've probably ever heard someone give for why they voted for Trump is brought up every day. So it's really worth hearing them give the argument and then just hearing me respond to it. But just for a brief overview, obviously the reason why I think Harris was better than Trump and why the Democrat Party is more representative of American values than the Republican Party today is because of Trump's character and his policy and his stances on many things. And the specifics will be brought up, like throughout the course of the live, and hopefully, depending on if you have the time and the desire to kind of stick around and listen to them, you'll eventually have all of your questions answered. What's up, Elizabeth? Did you vote for Trump? Elizabeth? Are you going to get banned? Banned! Moving on to our next guest, guys. Spam MAGA in that chat if you do want to come up. It looks like we may need a restart on that stream, y'all. Quite possibly. We're going to go ahead and give it until about 30 minutes on the stream here, so we got another 20 minutes to go just before we do hit that restart. We will see. I hate doing the restart, so hopefully we won't have to do it. Do spam MAGA in that chat if you do want to come up. We're actually having a little bit of a hard time getting guests today, so just please, if you want to come up a debate, you will be let up. Just let me know in that chat by spamming MAGA. Raven, thank you for the galaxy. I appreciate you for your love, Raven. What's going on, Ben? Did you vote for Trump?
Hi, Philip!
All right. It was a fetus screaming, and hopefully, they actually exited out of the app, not knowing that it mutes there on mic, so they kind of took the trash out themselves. Perfect. Keep spamming MAGA in that chat if you want to come up and debate, y'all. No trolls, or else you're gonna get banned forever, permanently. What's up, Sky? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Hey, Dean, we should fight.
We should fight?
Voted for Trump.
Go pussy ass beat.
Okay, Sky, hop back at the queue. I'll talk to you next. All right, so I have a question. What do you think? Be honest with me. What do you think your IQ is?
We should fight.
I hear
we
you.
Should fight. We should box right now. Come on, put them up, bud.
Yeah.
I'm friends with Bryce Hall, bro.
I just what do you think your IQ is?
I'm better than you.
So what do you think your IQ is? It's a pretty genuine, good faith, non-confrontational question.
Damn right, Dean.
What do you think your IQ is?
I'm better than you. Trump 2024. If you don't like it, get out of my country.
How many corners are there in a triangle?
I don't care about your opinion. Fuck your opinion. Fuck you and Parker.
Okay, you don't know how many corners there are in a triangle. Why should I give you the time of day?
3.
Three. Good boy. Thanks for answering. Also, you told me to get out of your country, so I just want to make it clear. You want me to immigrate to another country?
Yeah.
So if you want me to immigrate to another country, how come you're not okay with individuals immigrating into our country?
I'll help you pack.
Wait, can you answer my question?
No.
No, because you can't answer it because it's a logical contradiction. So earlier when I asked you what you think your IQ is, I think your IQ is about 75. The reason I say that is because you're... Did you say damn right?
Damn right.
The jokes write themselves. Bro, dude, really? No wonder you're buddies with Bryce Hall. Damn right your IQ 75, bro. Get the hell out of here. Honestly, I would have let you stay for longer if you didn't have that little yappy dog in the background. It was a bit much. Dude, oh my god, bro. Dude, absolute joke, man. What's up, Nolan? Did you vote for Trump?
I live in Canada.
Okay, you're also like 13, bro. Not your place. All right, bro. The other guy's back in the queue. We should let him back up. Okay, yo, what Metalhead? I'll let you back up if you could like go into a different room and close your door to keep the yappy dog out. Patrick, what's up? Did you vote for Trump? All right, Patrick's leaving. And he's back. Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
What's up? Yeah. Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
All right, why'd you do that, man?
My family's pretty much all Republican, and I support a lot of the stuff Trump's for.
Like what?
Like his immigration policies and his economic policies, things like that.
Okay, starting with immigration policy, I'm not really sure he has any. Can you tell me, like, what this supposed immigration policy is that you support?
Well, I support the deportations, honestly, and I support stronger enforcements of our border.
Yeah. So he has no policy on the stronger enforcements of our border. Would you want to give it to me?
Maybe it's not written into a bill, but it's enforcing our actual border patrol to do their jobs, I'd say.
Well, again, that's just all like rhetoric, nonsense, talking points. Like, you actually have to give me policy, right, that he's going to implement when he's inaugurated into office that's going to restrict entry into our country. But you can't give that to me because it doesn't exist. It's just all rhetoric. The only person with actual policy to reduce undocumented migration into our country was Kamala Harris. And that is just absolutely so fucking ironic because the one party screaming and shouting about it for the last 4 years was who? MAGA. Okay. Then also about like the mass deportation. How are we going to identify every single undocumented migrant in America?
Well, like you said, we're going to start with criminals and work our way up from there.
Yeah, so
I have a question
like
for you, though.
individuals that commit crimes that are undocumented are typically already deported. That's why we had over 1 million deportations in the last 4 years. So how are we going to identify undocumented migrants that aren't committing crimes?
Sorry, what was that?
How are we going to identify undocumented migrants that aren't committing crimes?
I don't know.
No clue, because you can't. It's, once again, just all rhetoric and talking points. Also, I think it's funny, if an undocumented migrant commits a crime in our country, you believe they deserve to be kicked out. But if Donald Trump commits a crime in our country, you think he deserves to run it.
Well, I just think when people are coming in illegally, it's unfair to the people that are actually going through the process and coming in legally.
So now you want to talk about revising, right? Entry
Can you
into our
agree with that?
country. I think it's unfair to everybody coming across our southern border that our government, specifically the Republicans, have done everything to stop any productive policy to expedite the legal systems to reduce undocumented entry. And you are concerning yourself, right, with policy regarding the ports of entry at our southern border and how do we further prevent undocumented entry, right? But Donald Trump has no solution to that problem.
Can I ask you a question?
As long as you could recognize that you told me the reason you're voting for Trump is because of his policy for the southern border, but he literally doesn't fucking have any policy on the southern border. So, in other words, you have no reason to vote for Trump.
That's not true.
So then give it to me, man.
I already did.
No, you didn't. You did.
Okay.
I mean, name the policy. Name the policy for the southern border. Tell me what is he going to do to fix it?
What policies did Kamala or Biden have for the southern border?
Well, I mean, sure, yeah. I'll accept the pivot because I actually have an answer. The bipartisan border bill that was written and drafted by Langford in Congress that was bipartisan in nature, right? It was to allot more judges to courts on the southern border to expedite the asylum-seeking processes, right? To cut down legal entry into our country from 4 to 7 years to 7 to 8 months.
Isn't that rhetoric?
No, that's actual policy.
What's the bill?
It's called the bipartisan border bill.
Did he pass it?
No, Trump thwarted it.
That's not true.
It is true. He admitted to it, and so did 3 other Republicans in Congress.
That's not true.
It is. Literally, look up. Trump tells you to blame it on him if the border bill fails from the Hill. He said it
Dude,
in
that's
Raleigh,
been
Nevada.
debunked 1,000 times. It's a liberal talking point.
How could it be debunked? It is literally Donald Trump's
You
own
got
word of
debunked
mouth.
on this on your 20v1.
Wait, what was debunked on it? Wait, the only point brought up about the bipartisan border bill was another bill that was alt-right called HR 2 that had nothing to do with Trump thwarting and shooting down the bipartisan bill. So debunk the point right now. Prove to me, right, that it's just a merely false liberal talking point that Donald Trump torpedoed the bipartisan
that
border
older
bill.
woman that said it sat on someone's desk for like years and he threw it out, or months.
That's an
and he threw it
entirely different bill. That was called HR 2. The reason why HR 2 didn't pass, it was because it wasn't bipartisan. It was an alt-right bill. It was, in fact, more to the right than Trump's current stance on immigration. So of course it didn't pass, and that has nothing to do with my claim that Trump torpedoed the bipartisan border bill.
Where's the proof, though, that Trump went out of his way and called individual senators and told them not to pass the bill?
I already gave it to you. I'll repeat it again. I don't mind, right? First, the proof is in the pudding. Trump admitted to it at a rally in Nevada. I gave you the source on that. It's from the Hill. Second, Mitch McConnell, Ted Cruz, alongside Langford, the 3 Trump-endorsed Republicans that were super for this bill, all went on Fox News and really shit on him for doing it. It's not some conspiratorial nonsense. It's not some talking point. It's common accepted information.
All right.
So, why did he torpedo the bill if he cared about the southern border?
I don't know, man. You got me there.
I did. I sure did. Anything else you want to run by me, sir?
I mean, I don't research this stuff all day, so.
Sid, thank Thank you so much for the flying jets. Let's go, Sid. Show some love to Sid in the comment section. And you know what? Fuck it. Show some more love to Mother Peach. Keep the W's for Mother Peach coming. But let's see some W's for Sid down below. Okay, all right. So I understand that not everybody has the same affinity for politics and reason that I do. I don't want to shit on you for not researching these things all day, but hopefully this live has piqued your interest in looking more into it, because obviously what you believed in has been proven to be false. Yo, Abby with the future city. What the hell is going on today, bro? You guys are going crazy today. Holy shit. Throw in some W Abby's in that chat right now and make sure you spell her damn name correctly. All right, it's not ABBY. That was ABBIE. Show some love to Abby. Show some love to Sid. And what the fuck? What the hell? What is that? A TikTok universe? I've never seen that. Oh my god! I've never seen that GIF before. Holy shit, dude! Mother Peach with another TikTok universe, bro. Abby, thank you for the fireworks. I'm in disbelief. I'm in disbelief. Holy shit, dude! Keep the W's for Sid and Abby coming, all right? But show some love once again to Mother Peach, dude. What the fuck, Hannah? With $100 on Venmo. What the hell is going on? What the actual hell? What the hell is going on today? How do we explain this? Hannah with $100 on Venmo. Let's get at least 1,000 W's in the chat for Hannah, alongside like 5 bajillion W's for Mother Peach, Abby, and everybody is just going crazy. And Tessa, thank you so much for the $20 on Venmo as well. Sorry, not Abby. Hannah says Happy New Year. And then Sid with another flying jet. Sid with a second flying jet. Dude, W's for Sid too. I'm in disbelief. This never happens. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. No way. Dario with the future journey and Mama Peach with the what? With the TikTok stars? Dude. Brian, thank you for this star map. You guys, thank you. Thank you so much for the love and support. That guy left because we all forgot about him. This is crazy. I'm sorry, like, for completely just detracting and losing focus on the debates. I understand that you're all here to see some dialogue between a liberal and a conservative, and I want to continue to be able to provide you guys with that dialogue. But let's just take 15 seconds here before we move on to the next guest. Thank you guys so much for the love. Mother Peach, Dario, Sid, Abby, Tessa, Hannah, and then Sid with the $10 on Venmo saying you deserve it, Dean. Thank you guys. I haven't seen this level of love. This is new. Holy shit. Thank you guys so much for the love. And then Briar with the flying jets. What the hell is going on, dude? Thank you, Briar. Show some love to Briar as well. We got the next guest up here. We're going to go ahead and keep at it with the debates. I honestly, right, if you're a fan of mine, Sophia, thank you for the galaxy.
Not really,
I just want y'all to show some love to these people right now, okay? I'm going to continue with the debates, but please make these people's names be heard. Make these, and Mama Peach with 100 gifted subs! Dude! Oh my God! Oh my God! Show some more love to Mama Peach in the comment section. What the hell, dude? Jesus Christ, man. There's 100 gifted subs right there. Everybody show some love to Mama Peach once again. If you happen to have got a gifted sub from Mama Peach, right, drop her a follow. She's right there, the top gifter of the stream. Keep that love rolling, you guys. I'm going to go and get back to the debates. Show some love. Holy shit, y'all. And then once
I
again,
can't believe y'all are wasting money on this idiot.
Oh, James, why do you think I'm an idiot? It's going to be hard to pull me down right now. I feel really low.
All right. What are the three branches of government?
Okay, sure. I'll answer the three branches of government, and then I have a follow-up question for you. Executive, judicial, and legislative.
Now I got another question
the
for
star
you.
map.
I got another question for you.
Well, no, we should go. Can we go ban for ban? Shut up. Abby with the meteor shower. I appreciate you for that love, Abby. Thank you so much. And so for the fireworks. Oh, look at them wasting the money on the idiot, I guess. Crazy, right? Charles, shut up. Shut up, boy. Shut up. Charles, thank you for the $20 on Venmo to waste your money. Oh my God, let's go, Charles, with the $20 Venmo donation. If you want to support me, my Venmo, my PayPal, or linked in the link tree in my bio, I get 100% of the proceeds on those platforms compared to about 30% here on TikTok, and I really appreciate you guys so much for the love. Maddie with another $100 on Venmo. Oh my God. Show some love to Maddie in the chat for the $100 donation. Jeez, go ahead, James. Ask away, bro. I guess people are too busy wasting their money on the
What office did Trump hold when he killed the bipartisan border bill?
He didn't hold a public office.
So he can't kill the bill. He had no power.
Yeah, the power that he had was influence and numbers, right, over the decisions of the people in Congress. Grace, thank you for the Panther
He didn't make
paw.
the decision for them.
No, he influenced them to make a decision, meaning there's culpability there.
Yo,
Maddie! With a winter! Oh my God! Keep the love for Maddie coming, bro. Keep the love for Maddie coming. And Stev with the $10 on Venmo to waste my money on an idiot. Thank you for the love, Stev. Yo, James, can you show some love to Stev and Maddie for their crazy donations today?
No, I couldn't give a shit less.
Well, then why was it the first thing you talked about?
Because it's stupid to waste money on you. You need to get a real job. That's why you got thrown out of your brother's house.
Raven, thank you for the galaxy. And Eli with the $20 on PayPal to waste some of my money. I appreciate you for the $20, Eli. Buddy, with all due respect, James, I've definitely proven this to be a real job. Go ahead and define that silly little term for me. And then also, the reason why I got thrown out of my brother's house has nothing to do with what I do.
Try doing something that's productive and makes the world a better place.
I absolutely think this makes the world a better place. But Johanna with the $50 on Venmo because the guest is mad and you have a real job. Thank you for the love, Hannah, with the $50. How does it feel telling somebody that they don't have a real fucking job when they're objectively making more in like 30 minutes than you probably make in a week?
I doubt that, but okay.
I'm not one to talk about income, but like today it just so happens to be like fucking insane. So many people are showing so much love. I'm so incredibly grateful and privileged and thankful. And I would never, ever, ever say some shit like what I just said to you. But because you chose to come up here and say that this is why I got kicked out of my brother's house, getting personal, right? Saying that I need to go get a real job, you deserve to get fucked on a little bit.
You better try harder if you're going to do that.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Anonymous!
You should holler his name.
Shut up. Anonymous with the $500 donation on Venmo. Whoa! Oh my God. Oh my dude. Dude. Dude, what the fuck is going on today? Oh my god. Dude. James, unmute the mic. Say whatever the hell you want. Please. Dude. Anon with a $500 donation on Venmo. Thank you so much. You know who you are. You asked to keep your name anonymous, and I want to respect that 110%.
You misspoke.
Thank you
Wasting
so much
money,
for the
but
love.
okay.
And Sarah with a $20 donation on PayPal. Eli once again with a $20 donation on PayPal as well as Susan with a $10 donation and Catherine with a $15 donation. But guys, please, all right, show some love to Susan, Sarah, Catherine, and Eli. And Cammy once again with a $20 donation on PayPal. Watching you flip blown was awesome. Dude, that was so fantastic. Thank you for the $20, Cammy. Show some love to our donors, but show some love to Anon. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't even know how to respond to that level of support. Like, I'm just mind blown. You know, like, what I want to do in all reality. Dude, what the fuck? Like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? Dario with the Future City. Dude,
You're nothing more than a
holy
bomb, but
shit.
okay.
Oh my god. Dario. It's dude.
Oh wow, you're in the closet, literally. I thought everybody was just making jokes about you, but you are in the closet.
Shut up, James. I'll respond to you in a second, you asshole. You can't drag. Shut up, James. I'll respond to you in a second. Shut the hell up, why don't you? Dude, bro. Oh my god. Maddie, please stop. I don't deserve any more. Thank you so much for like the fourth TikTok universe. Thank you. I do not deserve any more. From this point going on, I will feel bad. I thank you so much for the love. Everybody, please drop Maddie a follow. Spam W's for Maddie in the chat. Show Maddie all the love. And the only reason I feel bad because it's like words, like the words that like I could any word, Nikki, thank you for the gingerbread. I appreciate you for the love. Any words that I could produce with my mouth just simply do not equate towards what I believe. Thank you so much for the meteor shower. Is like a valid, warranted response to the love. Like I like spoken language can like literally like not thank you enough, Maddie. Okay? Show love to Maddie. Please show some love to Maddie, you guys. Show some love to Dario as well. Dario dropped a Future City M. You guys, oh my gosh. I'm speechless. The only reason why I'm still speaking is because the mode of entertainment that I provide is a live stream, and if I don't speak, all you guys are gonna get bored and leave. So I'm speechless, but I have to say something. Tree, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. Thank you guys so much. Continue to show some love to Maddie, Dario, Briar, Soph, Raven, Catherine, Anon, once again with a 500, dude. Oh my god. And Julia, thank you for the $20 donation on PayPal. I am just, wow. W's all around. W's, guys. James, you made some really snarky, shitty comment about me actually being in the closet. Emily, thank you for the galaxy. So, for your information, I'm not in a closet, I'm in a garage.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm actually streaming out of the garage compared to the house. But because before my lease starts for my apartment at the end of January, I'm staying with the grandparents. And I actually have respect for my elders, for my family members, and I just couldn't bear the burden of having like my sweet 80-year-old grandma overhear me roasting your ass. Okay? I won't even say crap around her. You think I want her to hear this shit?
Man, you could have dug a comeback out of Parker's throat better than that, but okay.
Oh, so you like to dig things out of Parker's throat? That's weird.
That's not what I said. I said you could
And
have dug
also
a
like
better
the
comeback out of it.
also like the implication there about like me being in Parker's throat is like are you trying to like stigmatize like same-sex relations? Is that like okay, so it's like dude, I swear to God, it's like every time a liberal says something that is just like objectively based.
I swear to God,
like,
every time you go to debate somebody, you
shut up, James. Every time a liberal says something that's objectively base, like the Republican is always just like, haha, gay. Like that dude, really? Okay, first of all, homophobia is fucking weird. It's unjustified, it's lame, it's harmful. Second of all, you just sound like really dumb. Like, I feel like the way that we should get rid of homophobia in like the greater society for people like James, it's not through the demonstration that there's no valid reason why it's wrong. It's literally through stigmatizing, like stigmatizing that shit. Like side eye, you look dumb. But go ahead. Sid and Michelle, I appreciate you guys for the love. So do you want to debate about the point of the live here? All right. Or do you just want to talk about how jealous of you?
I was trying to debate you earlier, but you look like a monkey eating bath salts over there hollering, thank you, this, that, and other, and blah, blah, blah. It ain't a place to think. It's a place to debate.
Oh, and so are you telling me? So give me an argument.
You still couldn't tell me how
James,
Trump
give me an
is the one
argument that I
killed
shouldn't
the
have
bill.
thanked. Give me an argument that would lead to the conclusion that I shouldn't have thanked Anon for their $500 donation.
Okay.
Give me tell me why I shouldn't have thanked Hannah
in
for her $100 donation. Give me an argument for why I shouldn't have thanked Dario for the 2 future cities, M for the meteor shower, Sid for the 2 flying jets, or motherfucking Peach for the $100 on Venmo, and then like the 3 TikTok universes. Give me an argument for that. All right, you're just demonstrating that you're a shit person. Are you kidding me? That should be that shouldn't be a partisan issue. Okay, I bet there's plenty of Republicans in here too that agree with me. It's like you're like stigmatizing thanking people for insane donations of their hard-earned money. Like, okay, even like Republicans are gonna look at you and be like, that's weird. Okay, of course you should thank individuals. But go ahead. And yo, Emily with a $100 donation on Venmo. Oh my God. Emily says, you're my favorite person ever. I love you. I love you, Emily. Thank you so much for the $100 donation on Venmo. I really appreciate you so much. W's to Emily down below in that chat. That is unreal. You guys have been going off today. OFF. In fact, Briar with a diamond gem gun. Thank you, Briar. Dude, thank you so much, Briar and Emily. Hell yeah, guys. And then Mama Peach with a diamond gem gun as well. Thank you, Mama Peach. Dude, Emily, Mama Peach, Briar. James, we got to start off with some learning. I want you to say thank you to Emily, Mama Peach, and Briar. Say it.
You ought to be thankful for people that stupid.
Oh, okay. So, see, that's where we're crossing a line. Nobody disses Mama Peach like that. Nobody disses Briar and Emily like that. I just want to put it out there. Shut up, James. This is why I'm going to mute you again. You're old as shit. You don't know how to operate this damn app. It's going to take you like 3 minutes to figure out how to unmute yourself. So just save yourself the time by waiting for me to finish. So I just want to put it out there for all these people that he's calling stupid, when in all reality, you are like a genuinely kind-hearted, good person. He's jealous.
I know I am. Thank you.
Jai, thank you for the galaxy. Oh, I wasn't talking about you. I was just describing how jealous you are, not only right of the individuals that are donating to me, but also of those individuals in and of themselves. So
Not
I appreciate
necessarily. I'm not a jealous person. Jealousy is an ugly trait.
Yeah, no, you sure are. You sure are jealous, and you just described it as an ugly trait. Thank you for looking in the mirror for half a second. Introspection's important. Go ahead and give me the argument for why you voted for Trump.
Well, I was going to ask you another question, but you still being motor mouth. But since you want to listen for a second, we got a border crisis at the border, correct?
I'd no longer classify it as a border crisis, but I definitely think that it needs more attention.
Okay, where do you think that it come from?
Yeah, like just like negligence, a lack of care from Congress for the last 30 years. I think that Democrats don't really do enough, and then Republicans, it's not only that they don't do enough, they don't do anything, and then they just use it to generate hate against migrants coming into America from other countries to get their vote, which I'd say is objectively worse. I'd say the most that we've seen attempted for the southern border was under Biden and Harris with the bipartisan border bill, and apart from that, we don't really see much.
Well, you don't think it has anything to do with during the Democrat primaries back in 2020 that all the potential candidates spoke broken Spanish and basically told them to come to the border if Democrats are elected in 2020? You don't think that has anything to do with it?
Well, I mean, I've actually never personally seen any example of this occurring. Only thing I'm familiar with is Kamala Harris literally telling immigrants from Guatemala to turn around. And if
you can look it up.
I mean, feel free to give me a source. But like
YouTube.
YouTube's not a source.
Yes, it is. Look up 2020 Democrat presidential primary speech.
Who specifically?
Shit, every one of them.
Okay, so why did Kamala Harris tell him to come here before the election, then after the election turn him to turn around? Then also, if you think that the voice of such an individual can influence so many, and you'd say, well, when she told them to come to the
Trump's
border,
voice
that's what caused people to come to the border. Shut up. That's what caused people to come to the border. Well, wouldn't you say when she told them not to come to the border that caused them not to come?
Do you think it stopped them?
Well, I mean, if you think it started them, you'd also have to say it stopped.
It wasn't just her. It was every candidate in the primary.
Okay, I don't see what like candidates that didn't win the election have to do with it. Like I like once again, I think the crux of the issue is Donald Trump using the issue of the border as like a rhetoric mouthpiece while not doing anything for it. Like, can you tell me what his plan for immigration is?
What is plan for immigration? Remain in Mexico, number one.
Okay.
And that's kind of how would I describe that question? A one-sided question, I guess, because you asked somebody about policy. Well, Donald Trump can't put policy in because he holds no power yet.
Okay, so first of all, the Remain in Mexico
first of all,
policy. Okay, am I going to be able to respond,
right.
or are you going to speak?
First of all, I was right.
About what?
What I just said.
No, wrong. So you said that his policy for immigration has to do with reinstitution of Remain in Mexico. So if you go on Agenda 47, the Remain in Mexico policy is not going to be there. The reason it's not going to be there is because Mexico's already said that they will not enter into a deal such as that with the U.S. again. And it was only implemented in 2019, didn't start until Biden was inaugurated, only impacted 30,000 people, and was overall an ineffective humanitarian crisis. Additionally, about this idea that he can't institute policy when he's not elected, I mean, the influence that he has over Republicans in Congress is unfathomable, right? He influenced him to make that decision, and I'd say that this would, qualify for culpability in the matter. It would just be a shared culpability. Like, for instance, if I tell someone to unalive themselves and I'll give their family members $1 million and they do, I'd obviously be somewhat responsible for them unaliving themselves, right? Even though I didn't unalive them directly. And that logic is also what would entail some culpability on behalf of Trump for the torpedoing of the bipartisan border bill, and that sentiment is shared not just by Democrats, but also by House and Senate Republicans, such as Ted Cruz, not Chris Murphy, he's a Democrat, Ted Cruz, Mitch McConnell, and of course Langford. Also, what the hell's your third pinned video?
It's some ignorant shit about farming. Ignorant shit about farming, son. Why you so interested in this? Go look through some more than videos. I'm a comedian. Y'all go watch that video. Got 1.2 million views of me working hard, watering beans, and being ignorant and doing funny shit. Go watch it. I dare all of y'all to. It's hilarious.
Yeah, thank you for this, dude. Wait, did Maddie send more subscriptions, chat, or are those just still the subscriptions?
No, don't worry about her. Scroll through there, watch another one. Watch the one with tornado. Watch one.
Did Maddie send more subscriptions, or are those just subscriptions that are still rolling from like the first 100 gifted subs, guys? Also, like, you're fucking weird.
Hey, watch the rest of them videos, boy.
You're actually weird, James.
Watch the tornado video. Watch the tornado video.
James,
watch
is
the video where I hit the deer with the combine.
I have a question. Is this like the closest you've ever got to feeling like you could pleasure a woman?
No, I've been a hell of a lot closer than that.
No. Is this just like the closest simulation you've ever gotten to that experience?
No, that's some funny shit that you can send to somebody that's got their phone volume all the way up and they open it up in a crowd of people, and it's hilarious.
It's not a laugh with you. It's definitely funny, but it's not a laugh with you. It's a laugh at you.
Oh yeah. So you're laughing at a farmer?
I'm laughing at James
because you
regardless
disagree
if he's
with
a
him?
farmer.
Because you disagree with him?
I'm laughing at you because you know how like 12-year-old kids will put on the VR headset and like play like Call of Duty, and that's like the simulation of war. They get to have fun or whatever the fuck. I mean, I did it once. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Is this like the simulation of pleasuring a woman? It's like you can't do it in real life because every single woman you've gone on a first date with has resulted in a restraining order because of the estranged and deranged beliefs that you've shared with us. So you just have to simulate it on some
Pipe
farm
specifically
piping.
is a dirty bitch. If you poke her, she's gonna squirt.
Okay, it's just weird. We're just gonna move on. Everybody, just give us a minute. Everyone, just give us a minute. We're gonna go to get our next guest up in here, y'all. What a weirdo, man. What a weirdo. Guys, if you voted for Trump, hop in that queue. We're going to go to get you up here. And thank you so much once again, everybody, for the insane level of love. I mean, it's unreal. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys are so incredibly kind, and I'm so grateful. I don't know if Maddie had sent more gifted subs that I miss. That went on for a while. If Maddie did, thank you so much for the love once again, but I don't know if that was a continuation or not. What's up, Alex? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, why is that?
Because Democrats are hypocrites like you.
Okay, how so?
For you, like bragging how much money you have, but you're out in a garage, you can't even get your own place.
Okay, so I mean, first of all, I didn't brag about how much money I had, and I made it like quite explicitly clear that the only reason I had brought up income was because the first thing he said when he came on my live was how idiotic those people are, and then said I didn't have a real job, and I think it was quite practical to inform him on his jealousy, depending on the amount of love that the very generous and kind viewers just shared. Then also the reason I'm in a garage isn't because I don't have financial resources. You're definitely under 18. Like, you don't just like move into an apartment the day after you look around and pick it. I mean, the lease starts at the end of the month. If you were an adult that worked a job and lived a life, you know this. You probably still live at home with your parents with that kind of perspective. But go ahead. Do we just have like another like jealous idiot? Like, or do you like actually want to debate politics, or are you just up here to chirp? Alex, look at your profile picture. Click the icon of the mic. Also, guys, living with your parents isn't bad. I loved living with my parents. I'm living with the grandparents right now. It's like the best thing ever. I love it.
All right, well, that was just...
like jealous nonsense to chirp or like political debate.
I'm 5 years old. I've lived in America for 20 years, bud. So.
Okay, so then you know that it's not necessarily a lack of resources why I'm living with my grandparents right now, as I have signed a lease, but at least take some time to start.
I mean, you can say whatever you want.
For the $5 on PayPal. I mean, it's just like an accurate description of reality. Like the only reason why there's like some like gray area right now where it's not apartment to apartment is because I got illegally evicted by my brother, and I just went along with it because I didn't really want to be around him anymore. I'd much prefer to live with my grandparents with my brother, and I just want to put that out. I just want to put it out there. I could have like my whole streaming setup inside in a room right now, and you wouldn't even know. But the whole reason why I'm in the garage to begin with is because I actually have respect for my family members. I have respect for my elders, right? And I don't want to have them, my sweet grandma, my sweet grandpa, hear me, right? Absolutely dunking on you guys. I won't even say crap around them.
Okay, that's fine. Well, what about the fact that you guys are pro-choice, but you didn't choose Kamala to be president? She was elected like a dictator to run and lost horribly.
Okay, so that statement was actually insane. We didn't choose her to be president.
Did a vote?
She was like, yes, in the general election. you got to choose if you voted for Kamala Harris or not. And it's fact the idea that you had that choice that led to her not being elected. What are
Not
you
get one
saying?
vote in the
Are you
primary.
talking about the primary process?
She didn't get one vote in the primaries.
Okay, actually, yeah, she got the vote from a majority of delegates at the DNC, which is inevitably what dictates who the nominee from the party is. You also have to stop obfuscating and confusing institutions of our democracy and government fixtures for private political parties. You could go out tomorrow and start your own private political parties. What you disagree with isn't anti-democratic processes. It is the rules and regulations of the DNC that are identical to the RNC, by the way. And it is very typical for a major candidate to drop out of the race, then tell their delegates that they won in minor states to endorse another candidate. We've just never seen it to the same extent that we did this year. Of course, I wish that there was a primary process for Kamala Harris. I think that it would have radicalized more support for her in the general election, but it definitely wasn't anti-democratic by any means. Also, do you follow kids?
Do I follow kids?
And like, do you have any real reasons why you voted for Trump? Like, all this is just like rhetoric. Like,
Yes,
policy wise. Before that, do you follow kids? Yes or no?
No. Why?
Okay. Well, why do I have so many people in my chat saying that you do?
I'm following minors? What the fuck are you talking about?
We'll be able to see for
Like
ourselves.
80 people, I have no idea.
Alex Wine 3. I mean, we'll just pull you up on the laptop. You only follow 80 people. That's not a lot. It should make my job easy. Let's see here. Does he follow a child? Everybody just give me a minute. Make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen in the meantime. Yeah, you do. You do follow a 14-year-old. Why the hell do you follow a 14-year-old?
I don't know what you're talking about. It must be a mistake. I don't know. Sometimes you follow people that you don't mean to. Off the lives.
That's what they all say. I am actually led to believe that that's not the case.
What?
I mean, it says 14 in the bio.
What? Who?
You could go through your own following and find them. I don't want to like give their username to 6,000 people. What? So, like seriously, bro. Like, you follow. Do you think it's wrong to follow for old men to follow little girls?
I don't know who you're talking about. So if I am following her, it's a mistake. I mean, I don't follow that.
No, that wasn't the question that I asked you. Do you think that it's wrong for old men to follow young girls?
Yeah. I wouldn't follow.
Okay. So if you think it's wrong for old men to follow young girls, and you follow a young fucking girl, right? I think the onus is going to be on you to prevent that, right? And just like the excuse, like, oh, I didn't know about it. You understand that's like what all of y'all say every single time.
One dude, that happens to me all the time. I have to unfollow him. I don't mean to do it when you're going through the live.
Wait, it happens to you all the time? You're always accidentally following
Little
underage
girls.
girls?
I'm seeing people like I don't follow people like that, dude. It's an accident. Sometimes when you click, you accidentally follow them. I don't know. I'll unfollow. I mean, if I do, it's a mistake. I have no idea who that even is. So,
I mean, let's see how you could have stumbled upon them here. I'm gonna check their following list, see if you're on there, because I think the only way to truly accidentally follow someone is if someone follows you and you accidentally click follow back. I've done that a handful of times. But you want to know the sad thing? She's not following you, so how the hell did you accidentally follow her?
I have no idea who you're talking about, bro. Like I said, I barely follow anybody. So
the only way I've ever accidentally followed someone on this platform is by like having the feed of new people following me looking at it, and then accidentally click follow back. That is pretty easy to do. I will say that is pretty easy to do. But guess what? She's not following you, so there's absolutely no avenue where you could have easily accidentally followed her.
I've never heard that name before, so I don't know.
So you're just gonna act like it doesn't exist?
I don't know. How do I check it? I have no idea who the fuck Lana is. I've never seen anybody named Lana. If I did,
I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't repeat their name.
Okay.
In fact, I'm actually just going to go ahead and kick you because now people are going to go to your following list and find them, and I don't want that to happen to minor. You know, there's a very delicate balance between, calling P3Ds out for who they are and then like protecting the identity of kids. So that kind of crosses that boundary for me. So we got to move on. It's every day, bro. It's actually every day. It's crazy. That's like the second day in a row where we've had an encounter like that. I think it's absolutely unreal. Drop MAGA down below in that chat, by the way. What's up, Cole? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
How old are you?
23.
23. Awesome. So why did you vote for Trump?
Mainly because of the border.
Okay.
I thought.
So you think Trump is going to fix the border?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I got a hard question for you. Now I understand.
Sure.
Now I understand if you won't be able to answer this one. Got a hard question. What is his policy-oriented plan to fix the issues with our southern border?
Build the wall.
Oh, okay. So the same slogan he's been repeating since 2015, in which he only built 50 miles of during his first presidency. That wall.
I mean, a lot of it's natural border that you can't really build over.
Okay, right. The same wall that not only did he build an insurmountably small amount of, as I just touched on, but also didn't decrease the amount of entries into our country at all. In fact, we only saw year by year increasing figures after he started construction of the wall, in which he never took credit for inevitably. That wall,
I mean, if you just look at the
effective
chart
one,
where he got shot in the ear, you could kind of see that immigration was decreased. So
no, you actually see it increasing year by year until 2019 to 2020 when he implemented Title 42.
And immigration went down.
When Title 42 is implemented, not because of the wall. So,
And what is Title 42?
A special piece of legislation that can be instituted for a quote-unquote shutdown where there's a public health emergency, such as COVID.
I mean, on January
so we know
6th,
that the wall's not going to
2021,
work.
we had the lowest numbers of immigration in history. So
because Title 42 is in effect, yeah.
I mean, if that's what it was, he was the president then. He's going to be the president in a couple weeks. I think he could do it again.
Wait, why is Title 42 no longer in effect? Let's start there.
I mean, I'm not familiar with it, but I'm sure because of the pandemic.
Because it expired once the pandemic was over, right? It's actually unconstitutional to have Title 42 in effect when there's no public health crisis. The only way that Donald Trump would be able to re-implement Title 42 was...
So how is Title 42 stopping illegal immigration, though? That's what I don't get.
I'm not aware of the specifics on how it reduced encounters and crossings, and I don't understand how that question is relevant to what I asked you in the first place, being, what is Trump's plan for immigration?
Build the wall, deport all the
Build the wall's not going to fucking do shit. He couldn't build it.
It's a deterrent.
He built less than 50 miles in 4 years. And then when Biden and Harris wanted to build more than he ever built in his first term, he told Republicans to shoot it down. His plan is not to build the wall because it's ineffective.
It was a bad bill.
He couldn't build a lot. Why?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm not into it like you are, but I know it was a bad bill.
Okay, if I tell you that the pants you're wearing right now are really fucking ugly, but I don't know what your pants look like, is it justified for me to call them really fucking ugly?
Honestly, yeah, they are kind of ugly.
But obviously, I wouldn't be able to justifiably hold to that claim without knowing what your pants look like, right?
Sure.
Right, so the same way you wouldn't be able to justifiably hold to the claim that it was a bad bill without knowing.
Why do you guys always, though, particularly you and Harry, always choose like a connection that has nothing to do with it to try to it's two different points.
Cole, with all due respect, man, if you don't understand the conceptual analogy there, we're not going to get anywhere. That was like one of the simplest I've ever given. I'm pretty sure that you're probably one of the only people in this live that didn't understand the relation.
I mean, I understood the relation, but I just don't think you're winning anybody over.
And it's the relation that was necessary to use there. It's just to demonstrate that you can't justifiably hold to claims that are consequential.
There are claims that have nothing to do with the actual point.
The point of the analogy was to demonstrate that you can't hold to the claim that it's a bad bill if you don't know what's in the bill. The same way I can't say your pants are ugly if I don't know what your pants are.
I mean, the bill was, 2022? Of course I forgot it by now. I'm sure I knew something more when we were in the time, but...
It doesn't matter. You just can't make the claim. Is it crazy for me to tell you that you can't... that's like me saying that Trump is a bad president, but I don't really know why. He just is.
Okay.
Like Kamala Harris will be a good president. I don't know anything about her, anything about her policy, anything about her.
I don't think that would be true at all.
But
you can say what you want about Trump, but there's no way.
So do you see how you're just operating on an entirely different wavelength?
I mean, Kamala Harris couldn't name something that she would do differently than Joe Biden, who had the lowest approval rating in history.
Rachel, thank you so much for the subscription. Name one bad thing that Joe Biden did.
Abigate.
What's Abigate?
Afghanistan. The withdrawal of Afghanistan.
Oh, the withdrawal of Afghanistan was bad. Why?
I mean, we lost 13 service members.
Okay, but what did Biden do that caused us to lose 13 service members? Because as far as I'm concerned, I think that we should be placing more responsibility on Trump. Do you know where the terrorists that killed those 13 service members came from?
Where'd they come from?
They came from a prison on Camp David where we were holding, what were they, Taliban terrorists. And you know why he was released from that prison?
Why?
Trump brokered a deal with the Taliban to release all 5,000 of them. After Trump did that, one of them ended up killing those 13 service members. Why don't you hold Trump accountable?
Because I just don't think it was him who left have like $500 million billion worth of equipment there.
We didn't leave any.
He wasn't the president then, so we did leave the equipment for the Taliban. They had a parade with it.
No, they didn't.
They did.
The equipment that they had a parade with was Afghani equipment that we had built for them and gifted to them before their government crumbled. It was not our equipment at all. And all the equipment that we left in Afghanistan during our pullout was made unusable. And the reason why we didn't bring it back is because it simply would have costed more. Are you calling for unnecessary government?
You're telling me it would have costed more to pump those planes with like a half a tank, quarter tank of gas and fly them over to the next country?
Yeah, it would have costed significantly more.
Rather than just leaving. I don't believe that one bit.
Okay, why?
Because you're leaving trillions of dollars worth of fighter jets, planes, computers.
It was millions, and they were all made unusable.
They were made unusable because we blew them up ourselves.
Okay, so you admit that they're made unusable. So you lied about.
They were made unusable because we blew them up instead of flying them to another country.
Because it costs less, yeah.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Even if it costs more.
Why is that stupid?
It's our equipment. We should not leave it there.
Wait, why? We made it unusable. What's the issue?
I mean, China could go right into those military bases, which they did, and get the equipment and break it down.
Who cares? It wasn't like proprietary technology. It wasn't like a Black Ops program of like the fucking Black Hawk fighter jet that goes 8 Gs and like 2,000 miles an hour.
If you don't see a problem with that, you are so biased for the Democratic Party and Joe Biden that there's honestly no point.
Charles, thank you for the $1 in Venmo. All the equipment that we left there was like standard run-of-the-mill like tanks, cars, helicopters, guns, and ammunition that were all compromised and made unusable. There's absolutely no justification for us to take that equipment, spend more money to get it back to our own country, right? And I understand
you don't have to bring it to our own country. You could bring it right over the border.
Even to a neighboring country, that we were allied with. And like, I understand you're concerned here, saying that, well, maybe there's a country like China that could go in there, right? Look at all of the equipment and say like, oh, this is how they built it. This is what they did. So maybe they could learn more about our own strategy. But it doesn't matter because all of the equipment that we left there was standard grade equipment that those countries are already making.
I don't think Black Hawk helicopters are standard grade equipment at all.
Military helicopters are
a Black Hawk
standard grade.
Okay.
Wait, are you telling me that you actually know about some of the equipment that was left there that was not standard grade?
I don't even know what you mean by that.
Well, you're saying that there was certain military equipment that was left in Afghanistan, such as quote unquote Black Hawk helicopters, right? That China doesn't know about it. So how do you know about it, but China doesn't?
I mean, I'm sure they know about it, but when you're leaving it for an enemy to come and break apart and misconfigure and whatever, and to find out how it works, I don't think that's a good idea at all.
Wait, you think that China doesn't know how helicopters work? You're a moron.
That's not what I'm saying.
So then what the hell are you saying?
I'm sure they know how it works, but you get the fucking computers
so then who
from
cares?
it. They could break in, they could hack it, they could control it from their own area.
They're not going to be able to hack a fucking broken computer. Like, once again, all of the military equipment that was left in Afghanistan was made unusable. You're arguing a losing point.
It was made unusable because we made it unusable after the invasion. After they were outside of the base, trying to come in, going on fucking our planes, trying to get out, and people were falling off the planes.
No, it was a multi-staged, faceted plan to destroy all usable equipment in Afghanistan over about a month, right? Do you think that we could destroy all of our military equipment in 4 hours? No. Second of all, even if we did, who cares? They still achieved their goal. And then once again, you still never answered my own question. How can you hold Joe Biden and Kamala Harris accountable for an undocumented migrant that comes into our country and kills somebody because they quote unquote open the borders even though they didn't do shit, but then sit here and defend Trump and not hold him accountable for releasing 5,000 Taliban terrorists from Camp David in a deal with the Taliban that ultimately led to one of those individuals killing 13 service members?
Well, what was the deal with the Taliban? What did the United States get in return?
I'm unfamiliar with what we got, but I know what they got. But we do know what they got. I've actually looked for that source before. I don't know if it's public information what we got from the Taliban, but it is public information what the Taliban got from us because they had to be released from Camp David.
Well, either way, so you think it's okay? I know you're going to say like the delegates.
You're not answering my question about holding Trump accountable for that.
All right, hold him accountable. I don't think it's his response. He was the one responsible for the withdrawal of Afghanistan. Joe Biden was the president.
Oh my God. So first of all, you won't even sit here and say that, yeah, he's going to be accountable for releasing a terrorist that killed 13 of our own service members. But then you're going to say that he wasn't responsible for it because Biden was the president. So he actually boasted about the fact that we didn't need a plan. He didn't give the incoming administration of Biden and his team any information on Afghanistan or what he had planned for the pullout. And he pretty much just said that we got it. And then he wanted to fuck them over by not giving them that information. And then secondarily,
Joe Biden,
if you're going to get mad at Joe Biden for the 13 service members that died under his presidency, and that's a bad thing, how do you feel about the 65 service members that died under Trump's?
Where did these 65 die? I honestly never heard that in my life, so.
I don't know where they died. And I don't see how it's relevant either.
I mean, you're making a claim. Where did they die? Who died?
Wait. Giving you
I
the
heard
information
maybe
on
like
where
the
they
shell
died is not
attack where
necessary
people
to
got
justify
injured,
that
but
they
I
died.
didn't hear about anybody dying.
I'm sure that you could go to like the archive of military casualties on one of our government websites and like see where they're listed to have died, but that information is not pertinent insofar as the discussion that they died.
All right. Well, either way. So I know you're going to bring up the super delegates where. Oh, look, it's Chris. What's up, Chris?
I don't know. Chris and Matt are both in the queue. You guys want to say anything?
Yo, what's up? Yeah, I was just going to tell you really quickly that I was going to tell the guest, Cole, that the 60 plus service members who died mainly in Afghanistan in active combat because one president pulled us out of, we're for the first time not in a war zone in, decades. That would be Joe Biden. But Donald Trump obviously was, drone striking the shit out of ISIS and, had military troops fighting.
Right, he's dropped the Moab on them.
That's okay. Yeah. Well, but to Dean's point, which he was correct, most of those troops died in active combat under Trump, where they die obviously in the war that we were fighting, Cole. So,
I don't think I ever saw one service member die on any news station during the 4 years.
I remember watching it on TV, Trump outside, as they brought over the dead soldiers. So yeah, it did happen. It just didn't make as big of headlines because it was in the line of duty.
Yeah,
then also this isn't like controversial information or like speculative information. The military actually records all deaths and it's public information. I mean, like we're just reporting objective fact.
Yeah, Cole. I'm not.
I can't look right now. I'm using my phone.
I'm just not really sure how it's like surprising. Like if Joe Biden ended the war in Afghanistan and we had been there for 20 years, what do you think was happening under the Trump administration? We were just there doing nothing.
I mean, we couldn't pull out then. Why should we given up Bagram Air Base? I don't think that was a good idea at all.
It's Chicago.
What?
What?
You said to give up something.
Bagram Air Base.
Oh,
Afghanistan.
yeah. Well, and I also wanted to mention too, because you asked, the 5,000 prisoner release, that was the negotiation. That was the deal that the Taliban required to start the official negotiation process. So they required 5,000 to be released in order to like start talking. So that's why the whole process. I don't think that. I mean, as you said, that wasn't a good thing, right? But that was the reason.
Well, I don't think releasing I'm going to be honest. I don't think releasing 5,000 people is a good thing at all either. But
yeah, especially when one of those individuals ended up killing the 13 service members that died under Biden. Also, if you're curious about the source for how many individuals died under Trump's term in our military, just search up Defense Casualty Analysis System. It is on the dmdc.osd.military.
Does it list the cause of death? Or?
.mil. Yeah, and it lists it by cause of death. And I'm specifically talking about hostile action deaths, which is in active war zones.
Mama Peach, thank you so much, Mama Peach. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I'm not talking about like accidental deaths, illness, or self-inflicted, etc.
Thank you so much.
W Dean, listen, everybody in the chat, I want you to give a bunch of W's to Dean because this dude's killer. I literally just want to pop on for like 1 second to do that. I gotta go like unpack, but I'll hop on in a bit if you're still around.
Chris, you feel free, and also I'll probably be out in Chicago soon, dude. I
really?
talked about that offline, yeah.
Dude, hell yeah, hit me up, man, because I just moved here and this place is dope, bro.
Hell yeah, Chris. Well, I'll be in touch, man.
All right, cool. I'll be back in a bit. I appreciate you, Dean. W's Dean in the chat, everyone. We love Dean.
Peace, man.
And Dean, thanks for having me up too. I just wanted to mention the 5,000 prisoner thing. So thanks for having me up too. I appreciate it.
Cool. Thank you, Matt, for educating me. I appreciate
Thank
it,
you.
as always.
Yep.
Learn
Bye-bye.
something new every time I talk to Matt, y'all. All right. Anyways, cool. All right. I have a question for you. Mama Beach.
Sure.
Thank you for the motorcycle. I do really appreciate that. So if there was a migrant that showed up at a legal port of entry at our southern border trying to come into our country, right? And they told Border Patrol, or I mean more so Border Patrol had figured out that they had 34 prior felony convictions. Okay, they'd been convicted for 34 felony counts. They had raped an American woman. They'd sexualized American little girls. They staged a plan to literally rig and change the outcome of a federal presidential election in America, and they called for the termination of articles found in the American Constitution. Do you think that they should be let into our country?
I know exactly where you're going with this. That
any rational mind should, but that shouldn't change the fact that I do require an answer from you. So do you think that that immigrant should be let into the country?
I'm gonna say obviously not, and then you're gonna say, oh, Donald Trump did all those
Okay, so in other words, all the
Here
qualifications
we go.
that I just made of this hypothetical immigrant are actually true of Trump. So
I
in
know.
other words,
That's literally
if
what
Trump
I
was
said.
born in Mexico,
Please.
he shouldn't be let into the country. But because Trump was born in New York, he should be allowed to run the country. Don't you find that to be
I
quite
mean, he was
hypocritical?
democratically elected by the people.
Meredith, thank you for the $10 on Bim. I do
He
appreciate
won.
it.
He didn't. He not only won the electoral college, he won the popular vote too.
Yeah, and the outcome of the election is unconcerned via the question I'm proposing to you, because I'm talking about you and what you think should be the case. You think that Trump should have been president. That's why you voted for him, and
I did.
that's what I'm questioning.
Twice.
Why would you think that if Trump was born in Mexico, he shouldn't be allowed in the country, but because he was born in New
Well,
York,
if he was
allowed to
born in
run the
Mexico, he wouldn't qualify for the presidency. So that point's
wasn't-
irrelevant.
No, I said he shouldn't be. You said that he shouldn't be let into the country, not that he shouldn't be president.
Oh, sorry. Well, I mean,
Like honestly, if Trump was
if
born
we,
in
if we
Mexico,
want to bring back
you'd
what
probably
you said,
consider him a terrorist.
those 34 felonies were all politically motivated. They were brought up by politically motivated DAs, and a jury of his peers. Where I know you're going to say it's a jury of his peers, but 90% of the district is made up of Democrats, so you can't really get a fair trial.
What were the felony convictions for?
Let's see. You had the one that was Stormy Daniels paying her off.
No. Actually, giving Stormy Daniel money was not a crime. See, the thing is you know nothing about what he was convicted of, yet you'll sit here and you will say that they're politically motivated. This is propaganda that has rotted your.
He wasn't convicted of E. Jean Carroll. I know you like to make that point all the time. He was found civilly liable, which is completely different.
Another complete pivot, right? We could talk about the grape case. And
What are you gonna say? The 35, 34
The question that I
counts
asked
of
you is what were
falsifying
the
business
34
records?
counts that he had committed?
That he fucking excuse my language. He misrepresented his business, whatever assets, whatever it is.
Okay, so it's a falsification of business records with an intent to commit a second-step crime, which is a Class C felony in the state of New York. Please demonstrate to me
Like the most
that you
minor
possess
crime you could have.
sufficient information to justify that he didn't actually do this, and it was all politically motivated.
I mean, Letitia James ran on fucking getting Trump.
Wow, a prosecutor ran on prosecuting. Great.
She ran
That's
on
good, right?
prosecuting the president of the United States.
Yeah, because we need to be holding those in public offices accountable. Let's also talk.
I've
about
never
how
heard
Trump
a
ran on
prosecutor.
prosecuting.
I never
let's-
heard a prosecutor.
Wait,
run
let's
on
talk about how
convicting one
Trump.
person.
Let's talk about how Trump ran on prosecuting Hillary Clinton and the rest.
As
of the
she
deep
should have
state.
been.
Oh, okay. So it's okay when a Republican does it, but it's not okay when a Democrat.
Not at all. It's
Why?
okay when somebody actually commits a crime. That's like
Okay, so in other words, because Trump
Trump wasn't
actually
running
committed
for
that
a district
crime and the
attorney
prosecutor
position,
wanted
he
to
was running for
prosecute him for
presidency.
actually committing a crime, it's fine by me and it's fine by you.
the thing is, Trump was running for the presidency.
Yeah.
He wasn't running for a district attorney position where he's actually in charge of the law like that. Donald Trump, he's not the attorney general of the United States.
Bro,
And
he literally said he would use his influence as president of the country to direct not only the AG of the U.S., but the entirety of the DOJ to go after these people. And
Did he
you're
do
going
it,
to sit here and
though?
say that that's okay, right? But this isn't.
Was Hillary Clinton ever charged with any crime under his presidency?
She was actually investigated for 12 hours on
investigated.
tape, but there was no evidence found to sufficiently demonstrate that she'd
I think
actually
every
broken the law.
politician's been
So in
investigated.
other words,
Joe Biden was
the truth of the okay, are you going to continue to interrupt me because I'm cooking?
I mean, you sit here every day and interrupt people. I'm sorry I'm talking over you, but
Okay, so we got a vigilante.
sure.
Real cute. It's a cute try. All right, you're crying. So, I mean, obviously, what's going on right now is you're going to sit here and tell me that you don't know the felony counts that Donald Trump was convicted of in the state of New York. You just think that it was politically motivated because you listen to any word that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth, and you'll sit here and stigmatize the prosecutor running on prosecuting the president, which, by the way, we should be looking to hold those in positions of power to a higher level of accountability. So I find nothing wrong with that, while also simultaneously justifying defending Donald Trump for literally doing the same thing but to innocent people in his run for presidency in 2015. If anything, we should be stigmatizing Trump but not stigmatizing the prosecutor that ran in the state of New York, because the prosecutor that ran in the state of New York actually wanted to prosecute a criminal. Meanwhile, Donald Trump just didn't like people that opposed what he believes in.
So you said a whole bunch there, and I honestly didn't know you muted me. I thought something happened, so I was looking for it. But, I mean, he was convicted on 34 counts of falsifying business records. Okay. I don't think that disqualifies you from being president at all, if that's the count you're talking about.
Okay. All right. So now you've accepted, right, that he's a 34 count felon. Yeah. And honestly, I think that all business owners are going to mislabel some finances. It's going to happen inevitably. The issue with what Trump did is the reason why he mislabeled the finances was attempt to sway the outcome of the 2016 election, because he didn't want it getting out that he had slept with a porn star and cheated on his wife. However, I find the grape case to be quite damning. I don't think that we should vote for a rapist. For instance, would you ever vote for someone that you knew had raped a woman?
I don't know he raped a woman, honestly.
That wasn't the question I asked you.
It was a case from however many years.
Cole, with all due respect, that's not the question I asked you. Do you need me to repeat the question that I asked you so you could give me an adequate response?
Would I ever vote for somebody who raped a woman? So, sorry. Did Joe Biden have showers with his daughter?
Also not an answer to my question.
Did Joe Biden have showers with his daughter that were inappropriate?
We don't know. Now, would you please answer?
And we don't know if Donald Trump actually raped E. Jean Carroll.
I could explain to you the difference between these two cases after you answer my question. I just won't let you pivot. So please answer my question.
If he's actually,
would you ever vote for
I'm not talking about his, okay. If he's not...
Cool. Hey, how about you shut the fuck up? This is your last chance. Good Lord. I literally feel like a kindergarten teacher right now, okay? I come on live every day to have political discussions and debates with people that disagree with me. I don't come on live every day to treat you like a goddamn toddler, okay? I'm not getting paid to be your babysitter. I'm not getting paid to be your kindergarten teacher. And I'm certainly not getting paid to wipe the tears off your face and keep you in line. So answer the question before you want to bring up other things. Would you ever vote for someone who you knew to have raped a woman?
Who I knew was found guilty in an actual
who you knew? No, that's not what. Dude, Cole, listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. This is the last time I'm doing this before I'm removing you from the live. I'm making that boundary abundantly clear. I will not repeat this anymore, okay? I'm giving you fair warning. I'm giving you clarity in the question that I'm asking you, and this is the last time I'm going to do it. Would you ever vote for a man who you have knowledge of to have raped a woman? Kristen with a $20 on Venmo for this stress ball fund. That's actually a really good idea for me. I appreciate you for the love, Kristen. Everybody, please do show some love to Kristen in the chat. Go ahead and unmute the mic and answer the question. If you're unsure of exactly what the question is, feel free to ask me to repeat it, and I will.
Did I unmute? Well, I'm giving you my answer, and I'm sorry that you don't like it, because you just want a yes or no so it fits your point. But
I just want you to answer the question.
He was found criminally guilty.
It happens to be the case that my question is a yes or no. Okay, Cole, repeat the question I asked you. Oh my God. Unreal. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I still have you up here? Why? Like, I don't know why I do this to myself. Repeat the question I asked you while I sip on my Americano.
So once again, if he is found criminally...
No, Cole, I asked you to repeat the question I asked you. Do it now.
Would I vote for somebody who's found guilty of rape?
No, actually, that's not the question I asked you.
So
I asked you, would you vote for someone who you knew to have raped a woman?
Well, he wasn't.
When you word it like that, who I knew, like, how do I know, though?
Cole, sorry, buddy. You're done. Unreal. We're not doing that. Unreal. Not doing that to ourselves, you guys. I'm sorry. My apologies. Just not doing that. What's up, man? Do you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
I remember you being up here before and being quite a pain in my ass. Can we have a good conversation today, sir?
We had one last time, so I'll have another good one today. So
last time. See, that's why you're a pain in the ass.
I mean, I was a pain in your ass, so it was a good conversation, right? So
no, you're a pain in my ass quite like the last guy. Was my conversation with the last guy productive?
So I don't know. I wasn't there the whole time, but
obviously it was unproductive because he was a pain in my ass. Now go ahead and answer the question. You vote for Trump?
Yeah, I said yes already.
Why'd you do that?
Because he has a backbone and he's going to get our country right.
I actually think he lacks a backbone.
Okay.
The reason I think he lacks a backbone is for an insurmountable amount of reasons. But I guess one reason that's in the news right now that we could highlight is the fact that he literally changes what he believes on based upon what's going to benefit him the most. For instance, H-1B visas. He ran in 2016. The Republican Party didn't like H-1Bs, so he said he stands against them. He uses that as his own business. He shouldn't. It disregards American workers. But today, what he needs the most is support from the richest man in the world, Elon Musk. And because Elon Musk sent a tweet out in support of H-1Bs, guess what Trump did? He said, I love H-1Bs. I've always loved H-1Bs. I'm not flip-flopping, and that's the way. He's done this with like 1,000,001 issues.
I mean, every politician does that, right?
But this would demonstrate under a worldview that every politician lacks a backbone.
Would you not agree?
I would say that most politicians do. However, he just does it to a whole new level.
Okay, well, we could agree to disagree on the whole new level. I think they all do it to benefit a certain time and a certain aspect of what they have going on. I'm not defending that. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying he's right for doing it. I'm saying they all do that.
But wouldn't someone with a backbone not do that?
I mean, as far as getting our borders straight, as far as getting our, back to how it used to be to where we had a backbone as a country. We're a pushover right now. Everybody pushes over us. We spend more money than we should. We spend more money on people that we shouldn't. Like, we have people here in this nation suffering, and we're giving away billions of dollars by the day.
Okay, so if it's about government spending, we spent twice as much under Trump. And if it's about him reinstituting good control over a southern border, what is his plan to do so?
It's not about us spending money more under one guy than the next. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about as a government as a whole and wasting money.
Okay, yeah, wasting money. So if wasting money is government overspending, I definitely say that Donald Trump wasted money during his first administration. I'll tell you exactly how.
So you would say inflation
Buddy, are we
is
gonna
based
do
on
this?
government spending, right?
Inflation is based upon a multiplicity of things, but yes, government spending would be involved in the equation. However, do you mind if I continue to respond to the first thing you said?
Well, no, because you just blabber off a bunch of bullshit. And
Okay,
that's
well,
where
if you're
we
not
get
here
off
to have a
target.
discussion with me and you're just going to call any word that comes out of my mouth bullshit, you could leave the live right now
Well,
because I'm here
well,
for
I-
productive conversation.
okay,
See, that's
right,
not
and
how
I
we're
start-
going to do
I
things.
started to
There's
ask
a
you-
certain subpopulace of MAGA, of Trump supporters, that like literally don't want to hear anything from the opposing side. You come up here to dunk on Dean the liberal, right, because you think I'm a dumbass. You learn that's not true. You figure out I know more than you do. And I have a cogent rebuttal in response to nearly anything you believe in, okay? And instead of being like, maybe I should consider, right, these certain set of facts, which are inevitably objectively true, which I could fact check on my own independently, right, that grant some credence to Dean's worldview. But instead, you're like, no, a bunch of bullshit that I'm going to ignore and talk over because I don't like it when smart people disagree with me. You could leave if that's how you're going to act on my live, buddy. I'm not here to talk to toddlers.
Are you done? Since you kept muting
Oh,
me?
I'm done.
You
Oh, I'm done.
Okay.
I
Well,
turned the
I
stove.
started to
I
ask you
turned
a
the stove
question.
off. I cleaned the skillet and I plated the fillet.
I started to ask you a question. You went one other way than I was even going. So when I got on here, my
So
question to you was gonna be,
you told me
Hold
why
on.
you voted for Trump. I respond. You interrupt me, and now the whole conversation's a mess. So we're gonna start at the top. State one reason why you voted for Trump, and let's talk about it. Just one, okay? Because obviously you can't handle any more than that. Just state one.
I'm gonna go here where I wanted to go in the first place. Look, how old are you, Dean?
I'm 20.
Okay, you're 20. So the first time you ran, or when Trump ran in 16, you were 12?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you used to run a dog food company, supposedly, right?
Yeah. So I
you
handled a
say?
bunch of things. I don't understand how this is going to be relevant to why you.
I'm going to make it relevant. I'm going to make it real relevant
Okay.
here in a minute.
All right.
So, what other jobs have you had prior to this?
Yeah, ran a dog food company, ran my own digital marketing company, did full stack development, mostly front end web dev, got 2 international awards for that. Worked at Wendy's for a little bit, and then I also worked on software for some other things, as well as like
Okay.
miscellaneous
So it's safe to
consulting. I
say,
also did consulting for marketing and real estate. That was like my niche for a while. I've done a lot. Aaron, thank you for the $5
okay.
on Venmo.
So it's safe to say you know nothing about military equipment, right? Would that be safe to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or mechanics? You're not a mechanic by chance, are you?
I know some things about mechanics, but I mean probably just slightly more than the average American does.
Okay. Point being is earlier I heard you talking about the military equipment we left back in Afghanistan. Okay.
Yeah, man. Listen, you want to talk about the military equipment left in Afghanistan? I want to talk about why you voted for Trump. If this is relevant to why you voted for Trump, that's fine.
We'll get there.
But like, are we just going to repeat the same conversation I had with the last guy? Because
We're
if so,
not.
I'm going to get pretty annoyed.
We're not, but I am gonna go a little bit in depth about that because I happen to know quite a bit about the military equipment. So,
Jesus Christ,
there is a bunch of things that the average American doesn't know about military equipment. Why? And it's a reason why we should not leave equipment in other countries. So, beyond that, I mean, you shouldn't just leave this equipment that we pay billions of dollars for every year in our country behind in these other countries, no matter how sophisticated the equipment is at the time.
Okay, why?
Because there's proprietary things that we have on those vehicles that other countries shouldn't have in their possession.
Like what?
Well, I'm not on liberty to say here, but I'm saying they're
Okay,
just.
if you can't name the proprietary technology left behind that other countries could exploit to learn.
Well,
top
without
secrets of
going
their
too
own
much,
government.
there's radar equipment, there's comm equipment, there's tracking equipment, there's other things we should not just disabling the vehicle to work,
Okay,
not work.
So
It's one
radar,
aspect
comm, and
of
track.
it.
So what radar, comm, and tracking equipment do we leave in Afghanistan that countries such as China didn't have access to, didn't know about, that they gained like specific information off of? Also, I just want to put it out there, right? If we know anything about the military and what resources were used in Afghanistan, all of that equipment was decommissioned, every single piece. And it
Then
was
why is
decommissioned,
Iraq using
was
it currently?
destroyed, and it was done. They're
So
not.
why is that? What do you mean they're not? They had a parade with it.
Yeah,
Did you
but
not see it?
no, they didn't. They did not have a parade.
They did
with
have a parade
military
with it.
equipment from the U.S. that we left there. They had a
Yes.
parade with
Yes,
the
they did.
Afghani military equipment, which we had gifted to their government and belonged to them. The only
You're so naive, bro.
association
You are so
between the
naive.
equipment that they had a parade with and the U.S. is the fact that it was made by U.S.-based military equipment producers, and which was then sold to their government under Trump and Obama.
Okay. Again, we'll go a little bit forward with that.
It was nothing that we left behind.
As a government, we have foreign military sales where we sell our equipment off to other countries all the time. That happens every day.
And yes, exactly. And that's the equipment that was sold to Afghanistan.
That wasn't
under Trump
the
and
only
Obama
equipment
that
there,
the
bro.
Taliban had used.
That wasn't the only equipment there. I'm telling you.
That was the only equipment that was there that was not decommissioned or destroyed, and which was then taken advantage of and used by the Taliban.
And how do you know? How do
specifically
you
in the
know?
parade.
Okay, how do you know it was destroyed?
How do we know that it was destroyed? Because it was reported by the military. It was reported by the DOJ.
Oh,
It
and
was
the military
reported-
don't cover nothing up, right?
Oh, okay. But that's a conspiracy theory that now you have to justify. You have the
You
owner.
don't have
You
to
the burden
justify.
of
It was a
proof.
question. It was a question.
Well, if you want to posit the idea that the military lied about decommissioning and destroying the equipment left behind in Afghanistan, you'd have to suggest evidence for that claim to be true.
It was a question to you. Does the military cover stuff up?
Does the military cover stuff up? Yeah, I mean, shit, bro. I mean, we have blackout programs all over the world that they, like, with intention, cover up from the American public. Just go on Wikipedia and search up CIA, and you'll read
So
about,
you think-
like, pages and pages and pages and pages of it, okay? But for you to suggest, right, that they specifically covered up leaving decommissioned military equipment behind in Afghanistan, which was then used by the Taliban terrorists, you'd have to suggest evidence for that being true. Like, for instance,
So you think everything?
does
you
the
think everything
CIA?
they do
One
is-
second, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate to you
So
how
you
this thought
think
process.
everything they do
one
is-
second, I'm going to actually demonstrate to you how this thought process leads you into conspiratorial gibberish. Answer my question:
We're
Has
done.
the
We're
CIA
done. We're
at
done.
any
We're done.
point?
We're
Second,
done.
Has the CIA at any point, right, started geopolitical conflicts to create justification for the invasion of other countries? He left. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and run that. I'm gonna go ahead and run this by you because this is actually a very important point, right? That everybody needs to understand to keep us away from conspiratorial gibberish. So basically, you're saying, is the military been ever known to cover stuff up? The answer is yes. Then he uses that yes to dictate your thought process into believing, because that is true, it must also be true that they covered up leaving active military equipment in Afghanistan, in which was then used by the Taliban terrorists. Okay, this is a similar thought process. Has the CIA ever been known to start geopolitical conflicts covertly to justify an invasion or a start of a war? Yes, they have. So does this mean that we could assume without any reason that Bush did 9/11, the CIA ran that that plane into the Twin Towers to justify the start of wars in the Middle East? No, that doesn't justify that at all, right? And it is the same thought process. So that's a demonstration on conspiracy theory, where it comes from, and how to avoid it. But we're gonna go and get our next guest up here literally right now. Okay, I want to bring this person up. Their fucking profile picture is disgusting. Where'd they go? Also, if you want to support me, you guys, my Venmo as well as my PayPal are in my bio, y'all. They're also like directly in the bio down here on the main account. All you gotta do is click. I appreciate you guys so much for the love. That guy got destroyed. So Rodney, I got a really important question for you. Why is the SWAS thing, I don't know if you could say it on TikTok, your profile picture? Don't run. Come on, Nazi. Have a discussion, Nazi. Why is that your profile picture?
It's a cat.
No. We all know what it is. I'm not playing games. I'm over it today. Why is that your profile picture?
You got me.
So why is that your profile picture?
Not just kick me.
So no. I mean, have a discussion. I mean, dude, Nazis are like incredibly echo chambered because you know what you believe in is wrong. I want to go ahead and prove it to you. No, he doesn't want to. Okay. Come on, dude. If you're gonna hop in the queue, have a backbone, have a spine, right? Let's go and get our next guest up in here. What's up, Nicholas?
Hey, I'm back. From yesterday, and you didn't bring me back up.
Oh yeah, we talked yesterday. Yo, someone in the comment section just said L. Dean, they tried to save us. What the fuck? That's crazy. That's so insane. What's up? Did you vote for Trump? All right, they left. Guys, spam MAGA down below in that comment section if you do want to come up and have a debate. I am like a little bit like caffeined out right now, so I'm kind of like in a mood, right? I'm ready for more of these discussions, right? Dude, I am like pumped. I am ready. I am so fucking prepared for some more of these conversations. So if you voted for Trump, hop in that queue because I'm just like ready to go, okay? I am on one today. I am locked and loaded, dude. And I'm killing it, man. I feel really confident. Seven, I appreciate you for that subscription. Let's go to get our next guest up in here, y'all. Everybody just kind of do give us a minute to get that underway, y'all. In the meantime, y'all, do double tap on that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 2 million likes. What's going on? Bin, did you vote for Trump?
Hey, bro, what's good? Sorry,
How old are you?
I'm a little. Oh, I'm 14. I'm 14.
Oh, well, thank you for being honest, man. You do have to be at least 18 to be in the live, but we all appreciate your honesty. What's up, Bill? Did you vote for Trump?
Hello there. My name is Malachi. What's up?
Malachi, how old are you?
It's 18.
You about said 16, right? Out of here. Banned. Moving on to our next guest. All right, guys, come on. Just looking for some debates. What's up, Max? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, man.
You did vote for Trump. All right, how old are you?
18.
18. What year were you born in?
2005, man.
Perfect. I don't think that maths.
19. Sorry, man.
You vote for Trump?
What's up, Dean?
What's going on? You vote for Trump?
I did.
All right, why's that?
Well, I just didn't like the direction that the Democratic Party was heading with this election and this, for them trying to basically steal the election. So I was on last night with Harry for like 45 minutes to an hour, and he ended up kicking me, which he did the same thing like in July or August. So your caption says, "Prove me wrong."
1 second.
Trump.
Slow down. Stormy, thank you. Stop. Stormy, thank you for the $5 on
Go ahead.
Venmo. Did you just say the Democrats tried to steal the election?
Well, they're trying to right now. Basically, that's what they're going to do. So let me get back to what I was saying. I was on with Harry for probably about 45 minutes to an hour last night. So he did not know about this. Do you know what the Summit for the Future or the Pact for the Future is, or no?
No.
You don't know what it is?
No.
How do you not know about that?
Okay, you're not worth my time. I don't know.
No.
Dude. Jesus Christ. Maybe just explain to me what it is, but the whole chat's like, no, not him. We're just going to get to move on. Thank God. Okay. Apparently I made the right decision. I'm not familiar with him, but if you guys say in the chat that he's not worth the time of day, I'll believe you guys. That's democracy in action right there. For all of my virtue signalers that care about the democracy and the populace opinion and use it to justify how good Trump is going to be, maybe you should respect the populace opinion in the chat. What's up, R? What's going on, man? How old are you?
What's up? I'm 29, bro.
All right, what time is it, bro?
Bro, it's 12 o'clock in Germany, bro.
Awesome. Yeah, just looking for people that voted for Trump. Got to be in the US to do that. Moving on to our next guest, you guys, if you're MAGA, let me know in that comment section. We're going to go to get our next guest up in here. As always. All right, here we go, guys. It's been a little bit laggy at the moment. I do apologize for it taking forever. Hopefully we could get our next debate going super duper easy. Kind of just like spamming and letting anybody up from that queue. Just trying to find anybody that will stick in the live. Zach, what's going on, man? Do you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
How old are you?
21.
So why did you vote for the worst presidential candidate in modern American history?
And why do you think he's the worst?
Sure, I could go through multiplicity of reasons. We'll start off with a few. So first of all, he's a rapist. We shouldn't reward a rapist with the Oval Office. It makes him pretty bad. Second of all, he committed 34 felonies. Third of all, he tried to religiously persecute and ban all new Muslims from entering into our country. Fourth of all, he overturned Roe v. Wade, which has resulted in 60 rape victims per day being denied access to abortion in 10 of our 50 states. Third of all, he's lied about conversations with the president of Mexico, isolating us from them. He's wanted to oppose a 25% flat tariff on Canada, isolating us from them, and exponentially increasing the price of our gasoline as soon as it is instituted. He wants to isolate us from the leaders of democracies and don't ask a question if you don't want the answer. He left. What's up, Zach? You vote for Trump?
Whoa, bro. Holy shit. I was not expecting this. No, I did not vote for Trump, but all I want to say is anybody who did vote for Trump is a racist piece of shit.
Appreciate you for coming up, man. Appreciate you. Just look at the debate Trump supporters. What's up, Zach? Jack, you vote for Trump? Jack left. Jesus Christ, man. All right, got our next guest loading up in here right now, y'all. Everybody, dude, if y'all hyper fixated on spamming the damn likes, we would be at 2 million in
Why did no one talk about Trump and Epstein during the election? There's huge connections to Trump and Epstein. He called Epstein a terrific guy and a lot of fun to be with in 2002. He gave a job to the man that gave Epstein the plea deal of the century. He won't release the Epstein files. Epstein's brother spoke to Epstein before he died and said that if people knew what I knew, they'd have to cancel the election. This was back in 2016 regarding Clinton and Trump. No, follow it. There's so much links between Trump and Epstein and no one talks about it. And it's a failure on the Democrats that no fucker talked about it.
Okay, hey, I appreciate that. I'll let you up here. You were kind of cooking. You know what? Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think that there's a lot of failure from the Democrats in this last election insofar as what they didn't talk about. And that's definitely one of them. What's going on, you guys? Did you guys vote for Trump?
Dean,
Yes.
count me down. Count down, Dean.
Tom,
Bro,
why'd you
they're
vote for
so weird.
That was pretty bad. Oh, it was pretty bad.
Hey,
Why'd you
just
vote
for a sec, bro, I want to say I did vote for Trump, but seeing, like, I saw him at the president and stuff and have this whole platform, and it's so awesome.
Yeah, man, I
Super
appreciate
cool.
that, Tommy. It's very kind of you. I appreciate that. So yeah, why did you decide to vote for Trump, dude, bro?
You know, honestly, like, I'm a big on the fence guy. I want to hear everything, and maybe it's not the most justifiable reason, but the way the media on the left just spoke, I just felt like there was so much fear mongering, and it was really turning me off from everything.
The only, and I mean the only thing that the Democrats did in this last election cycle that could possibly be calculated as somewhat of a fearmonger was the link between Trump and Project 2025 in the way they described it. But even then, there is a link, and the concerns were valid. But that's like that is about it. Okay, right?
I don't know. I think there might be a little
well,
more.
what kind of fear mongering did you see that turned you off?
It might not sound like the most educated take, but I really am not of the belief that anybody's rights are truly in danger. I don't think gay rights are in danger. I really don't.
All right, man. So that's not fear mongering. It's true. First of all, the most easy to understand is going to be women's rights because it's legal rights. Roe v. Wade, right, protected all 170 million American women and girls federal protections for access to abortion. Because Trump overturned that, those rights disappeared from
Trump didn't overturn it, though.
Okay, so he elected justices to the Supreme Court to overturn it. It was his intention. He stated it prior to their nominations, and then once they overturned Roe v. Wade, he took credit, and he still does to this day.
Right, but we still got to give credit to the Supreme Court. I mean, we got to respect that that's their position.
Well, I think the issue isn't that, like, there's a certain interpretation of the Constitution that won't protect access to abortion under the 14th Amendment, and it's more so his disdain towards federal policy to protect all women's access because he doesn't like abortion, even though he knew it would result in a lack of protection specifically for rape victims, while also preventing 1 out of 3 women to access abortion electively, as well as the fact that there's 60 rape victims per day that are denied access to abortion in 10 of our 50 states. I believe it is a violation of women and girls' human rights. I find it is incredibly morally atrocious to violate someone's bodily integrity and autonomy without good reason. I find there to be no good reason to violate a woman's bodily integrity and autonomy as it would relate to an elective abortion before 20 weeks.
Yeah, I completely understand that. I mean, I've always said that, like, you know, rape, incest, and the danger of the mother, there shouldn't even be a debate on abortion. Anything else is just kind of, I mean, your own personal take on it. I like that the issue lies with the states now. I like that it's not just one federal statute.
Why?
I mean, each state gets their own decision.
I know, but why is that a good thing when we're talking about abortion?
Because it's my belief that abortions, just to get abortions, shouldn't be legal.
Okay. Tommy, man, I appreciate your honesty. What you just said is what all conservatives should say, right? They want to paint it as an issue of not limiting power of the federal government, all right, allotting sufficient power to the states, and that's why. But no, you just said it very honestly.
Yeah, I'm trying to, man.
Elective access to abortion is a good thing, and you think it should be illegal. I appreciate that.
I get that people will disagree with that, and I think they're perfectly entitled to that.
But let's have a discussion. So why do you think access to elective lethal abortion should be illegal? I'm guessing because you think it's morally wrong?
Yes.
And why do you think it's morally wrong?
It's my belief that even if a fetus is still not outside the womb, it's still a life.
It is a life. So, in other words, you're just saying it's wrong to terminate a fetus's life because it's alive and you're killing it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, let's see if we could skip past a lot of the garbage. Do you value all life or just human life to this level where you think it should be considered murder and illegal to end it?
All life, like I wouldn't put animals in that, but human life, yes.
Human life. Okay, awesome. Human life. So, you operate off of a principle that it's murder to kill innocent human life, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's test that principle. Awesome.
Okay.
So the first way we're going to test that principle is by having discussions about a brain dead patient. A brain dead patient is a human that's alive. Do you think it's murder to pull the plug on them?
I don't think I can give you a black and white answer. I mean, if you can talk about DNRs and stuff like that, if you know that they want to be unplugged.
We could specify an example, someone that doesn't have a DNR.
Okay, so just someone that's brain dead, you don't know anything at all about what they wanted?
Permanent cessation of cognitive function. They live off of life support. Is it murder and should it be illegal to pull the plug? My answer is no.
My answer is no as well.
Perfect. So that means that principle that you always think it's murder to kill innocent human life is false, right? So in other words, that's not why you value the life of the fetus.
But can I make a distinction between them though?
Yeah, I believe that your distinction will tell me why you actually value the life of the fetus, so go for it.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that in most instances, a fetus left not being aborted will come out as a life that's healthy. Not every
like
time.
you and me. Like you and
Yeah,
me.
exactly. And then with a brain dead patient, there really is oftentimes no chance that they will wake up. It can be declared someone medically brain dead, and the idea that they might wake up one day is not often seen.
Yeah, I appreciate you for naming the distinction. What you're telling me is the reason you value the life of the fetus is because of what it potentially could be in the future, right?
Yeah, and even in my all life still is sacred. I surely wouldn't be happy by any means to pull the plug on any brain dead patient. I want them all to wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, I don't care if you're not happy with abortion, as long as you think that the family of the brain dead patient or the mother of the fetus should have the legal right to do it. Fine by me. But let's talk about what you just told us. So you just told us the reason that you value the life of the fetus is because of what it potentially will have in the future. So let's be very specific. What will happen to that fetus? What traits will it gain in the future that you think gives it value now?
The just life.
Okay, well, it's not life that it's going to have in the future. It already has life. I
Right.
guess when you say life, do you mean literally being biologically alive as it already is? Or like
No.
life like you and me, like a conscious subjective experience?
Yeah, I mean the
that can
ability
rationalize the
to
world around us.
the ability to experience a conscious and develop one's personality and individuality.
Perfect. Yeah, consciousness and individuality. Awesome. So you're saying that consciousness equals right to life. Fetus will have consciousness in the future. Therefore, we should extend it the right to life now. Is that your argument?
Yeah, I wouldn't draw it as like such a straight line, but that's generally the idea.
Okay, am I leaving anything out because I like straight lines?
No, not really leaving anything out. I just didn't want it to get misconstrued to a different type of potential life that could develop consciousness.
Okay. Well, as long as we have your principle agreed upon, I could test it for its consistency. So, can we agree on that principle?
Yeah,
Consciousness.
absolutely.
So you're saying if a trait grants a right and an entity has a potentiality to have that trait in the future, it should have the right now. The issue with this logical principle is that when we apply it to other scenarios, it seems very absurd. Okay, and I'll do that now. Being 18 equals the right to consent to sex. A 10-year-old has the potential to be 18 in the future. Therefore, we should extend it the right to consent to sex now.
I don't think that's as strong as an analogy as another one could be.
I think this is a pretty cut and dry one. I mean, the logical underpinnings of your position: trait grants rights. If an entity will have that trait in the future, we should give it the trait now. You could run that argument with consciousness granting the right to life and a fetus having consciousness in the future, therefore extending the right to life now, or being 18 giving you the right to consent to sex. A 10-year-old will be 18 in the future, therefore we should give it the right to consent to sex now. It's I mean it's a very bare bones analogy where we just literally replace the words in your argument and then we yield an absurd conclusion.
The problem with straight lines is you can kind of use them to make any point you want. That's why it's different when you're saying a fetus has the potential to gain a conscious. It's not the same thing as saying that a 10-year-old should go out and have sex.
Well, insofar as bestowing the fetus the right to life because of its potential for consciousness in the future, which you think grants that right on its own, it is a direct comparison. I think all that this tells us is that if a trait like consciousness grants you the right to life, or a trait like being 18 grants you the right to consent to sex, we're only going to grant those rights when you actually have that trait, okay? We are never going to grant those rights when you have the potentiality to have that trait. Like for instance, there's like 1,000,001 ways to redefine this logical principle. Like for instance, being 18 gives you the right to try to get a driver's license. 10-year-old has a potentiality, 16. A 10-year-old has a potentiality to be 16. Should we give it the right to try to get its driver's license now? No, because the right to get your driver's license is literally predicated on having sufficient cognitive development to actualize the experience of driving and relatively understand it to a degree which would keep others safe on the road around you. Being 18 gives you the right to consent to sex. Should we also extend that to 10-year-olds because they have the potentiality to be 18 in the future? Well, no, because the reason we grant that right at 18 years old is because it's when you have sufficient rational capabilities to understand what sex is and what it leads to sufficient degree to grant consent to it. Okay? And
I don't think those
true
really
of the right to life consciousness in a fetus. Consciousness is derivative of thymocortical connections that occur at about 20 through 24 weeks. That's when you have low-level subjective experiences. We both believe that grants you the right to life, and we shouldn't give that right to life to the fetus even a second prior unless you want to accept all of these other very absurd conclusions.
I don't think that straight line follows. I mean, these are decisions that you would make to let a 10-year-old have sex or a 10-year-old to get a driver's license. It's not taking into the fact that being not aborted just gives you existence. There's no goal that we obviously can both agree is ridiculous. No 10-year-old should have sex. No 10-year-old should have a driver's license. We both know that's ridiculous.
Because the potentiality for the trait that's going to grant them the right in the future isn't sufficient to grant them the right now. That's what you're telling me, right?
That can't be an argument to say someone shouldn't be born.
It's an argument to say that the fetus shouldn't have the right to life, which absolutely gives a mother the right to prevent it from being born through the use of an abortion. Yes,
that can't be a strong
argument. And unfortunately is.
So
it is.
because
Tommy, with all due respect, you're not actually like refuting the analogy. You're just saying it's not a strong argument. And listen, man, I'm not going to shit on you for this. I will say that this analogy it does take some just some experiences with philosophical debate, having inclinations towards logical conversations about our positions, and just like a base level understanding that I'd say the average American doesn't have, and I'm not going to fault you for that. Like shit, Tommy, I've even seen people in my chat that agree with me that are pro-choice, that are liberal, that don't understand this analogy. So I'm not going to fault you for that. Maybe we could try.
I completely understand the analogy. There's no problem with that. What I can try and refute it.
Can you give me the symmetry breaker? So then please give me the symmetry breaker between the circumstance of saying consciousness equals right to life, fetus will be conscious in the future, therefore we should extend it the right to life now, and saying 18 equals the right to consent to sex, a 10-year-old will be 18 in the future, therefore we should extend it the right to consent to sex now.
Consciousness being right to life is not the same thing as a 10-year-old having the option to have sex.
So consciousness being right to life, it would be identical in the analogy as 18 being the right to consent to sex.
But they're two different things. Like, it is an analogy, but they are two different subjects.
Well, an analogy would require one that's stronger. An analogy would require two different things that are conceptually related. Do you see the conceptual relation between saying consciousness grants the right to the right to life and being 18 grants the right to consent to sex, in the sense that the conceptual relation is you're saying this trait grants this right? Like, obviously, when we're discussing analogies, they're always going to be two different things that are just related in some in some sense that we care about. Okay, because if they weren't two different things and they're identical, then it wouldn't be an analogy.
I can see the analogy, but I can't truly say that I see how one being true makes the other not true.
Because the underlying principle is trait grants right, and we're also going to give that right to any entity with a potentiality for that trait in the future.
If that
is the underlying logical principle,
let's loosen the principle.
True in order for a fetus to have the right to life under your worldview.
Let's loosen the principle.
Thank you for the $5 on PayPal. I appreciate you for the love, Shristy.
What if we just said being a fetus, being biologically alive grants you the life?
Being biologically alive grants you the life. Well, all of a sudden you have a contradiction in your stance because you don't grant that right to life to the brain dead patient, even though they're biologically alive.
I wouldn't mind granting the life to the brain dead patient anyway.
Okay, so you think it should be illegal to pull the plug on brain dead patients, you think it's murder to kill them, and you think we currently have a medical genocide happening in America today and across nearly every other developed country on the face of our planet. That is an incredibly absurd conclusion, which everyone disagrees with, meaning that your position is false.
I mean, can you talk to me here? Can't we just agree that these two things are separate?
Okay, buddy. Listen, I'm not going to fault you for just saying that they're separate. This is what happens the first time you're introduced to these ideas. I'm not going to stigmatize or fault you for it. They're not separate. They're identical. It's okay that you don't get it. I'm not mad at you, and I'm not trying to be patronizing either. I'm genuinely trying to be respectful. There's other analogies that we could use that are maybe a little bit more intuitive that you can understand a little bit better. Let's run this one. Tommy, you're on pause. I can't hear you. Dude, Tommy, please don't tell me you're running. Please don't tell me Tommy's running, bro. I was actually having a decent conversation with him. I don't want to give that one up. Oh, brother. Damn, he ran. I'm actually sad about that. I thought that I was going to be able to have a decent conversation with Tommy. He had respect. He was being kind. He was just telling me that he didn't get it, and he was seemingly open to trying to understand. Wow, I'm actually sad about that one, man. He was actually decent. What's up, Katie? Did you vote for Trump?
I was going to. I'm going to be 100% honest. I ended up not making it to the ballot because I work 3 jobs.
Okay. The point is that you would have, right?
Yes.
So why do you think Trump is better to run our country compared to Harris?
I am raised in a Republican family out in Wyoming, so that is where my standpoint is. I've kind of been around it a lot, but mainly what I wanted to ask was I want to ask you a question on that where you were getting with that one guy, Tommy.
Go for it.
So don't you think that there is an issue with people abusing the fact that they can have abortions when we have evidence of people having up to almost 40 abortions a year? When you say that, would they be able to find a middle ground between people to find a standard to where it's acceptable for some things, but not to abuse it to a point where you're getting it every time?
I actually do think that's an issue, okay? Right? But the way we resolve that issue is by educating individuals on what sex is, what it leads to, offering free contraceptives, and informing our youth, not banning abortion. And then secondly, the reason I think that's an issue is not because they're killing 40 fetuses, but because of how abortion kind of sucks. Nobody wants an abortion. They want the right to get it. And that's an unfortunate last step to take responsibility to prevent an unwanted child from being in an unready household. And then secondly, 40 abortions a year. Is this a hypothetical woman that doesn't actually exist that you want to posit to rage bait? Because there's not a single woman alive that's gotten 40 abortions.
I cannot remember the article I read it on. It was something.
Like, do you know how? You understand how that's crazy, right? Like 12 abortions a year would be an abortion every month. Women don't even know.
There was an article about someone in California. I can't perfectly remember it, so if it's something I read that was fake bait, that's on me. But it did raise a concern for me.
So there's 12 months in a year. Okay, each month is.
Well, no, I get that. I get that. I understand where you're coming from.
12 times 4 is what, like 48? 40. So they're getting a little bit. They're getting about an abortion a week.
Yes, that was the. So, like I said, if that was not a real thing, but it did raise the.
Because women don't even like ovulate 40 times a year.
I do know someone personally who has gone up almost 12, but the 41 was the one I was using because I was like, that was just something that started me when I did read the article. Because I was like, that's.
I don't even believe that. So 12 abortions in a year, that's one abortion a month.
Yes, that is something that happened.
How are they getting these abortions?
One night stands, and they go and get them before they were passed.
What was the process of getting the abortion?
I did not ask her what the process was. That's not my business. That was her business. Are
you sure that you just didn't have a friend that was really like didn't want to get pregnant but enjoys engaging in intercourse and was very preemptive?
See, that's the thing that got me. It was the fact that there are.
Are you talking about Plan Bs?
No, not Plan Bs. I am talking about.
Ashley, what are you talking about? How did she know she was pregnant? Like typically, like a pregnancy won't show up on a P test until like what, 6, 7, 8 weeks?
Because
how did she know that she was pregnant?
And if you're concerned about the fact that you could be pregnant, you can go into an abortion clinic. They'll do a test, and if you find out, they'll do it right there. That's the process.
Okay, I have a question. How much money does your friend make?
I don't know. Why would I know how much my friend makes? That's none of my business what she makes.
They got to be rich as fuck. Secondly, I don't even know if like you could detect an abortion at like 1 or 2 weeks. I'm not quite sure that that's something you could do.
It is a possibility that is possible. It is.
But like how? Like you understand it's like a unicellular human life at that point. I'm not even like still like technically be like in the fallopian tubes. Maybe it might not even be implanted yet.
There's possibilities all over the world. I've known people who've given birth literally in their toilets without knowing that they were pregnant.
How do you abort like a very bare bones, like multicellular small human organism that had just implanted into the uterus? How do you abort that?
Don't know the process of that. I've never had one, so I wouldn't know.
Because you don't. Like I'm not quite sure that I'm pretty sure it's impossible.
I'm trying to be really respectful, and I kind of feel like I get like a little of a siding mark coming from you.
Kate, I feel like I'm actually being pretty respectful to you. I could laugh at you for this right now, but I'm choosing not to.
I'm just trying to ask a question
instead of like I'm actually trying to like learn more, figure out what's going on, and apply a reason. I'm not just like laughing at your ass because this is insane.
Okay.
But how about we just talk about the crux of the issue? This is like whatever you're describing, it's just not happening. I don't really feel like bullying the hell out of you for describing that. It's just, it's okay. It's not happening. The crux of the issue is this. You don't think abortion is okay, and you want to ban abortion to punish women because you think that they're being reckless.
See, that's what I came up with the argument when you say that people who abuse it, who get it more than once for a different reason, who are just sexually active, shouldn't we put a rule in, but keep it open for? But yet you're saying that because of the fact that I agreed with the fact that I felt like it was being abused in the system, like a lot of things have been in the government. I'm a horrible person.
Let me paint an analogy for you. I'm sure that there's been a handful of people in America that chain smoke so much and are really predisposed towards lung cancer and have gotten lung cancer like 10, 20, 30, 40 times throughout their life. And every time they've gotten lung cancer, they've went into a local practitioner, gotten chemotherapy, and killed it and lived, okay? They definitely kind of abused the healthcare system there. They should have just stopped smoking because of their predisposition to cancer, and they got lucky and they ended up living. Do you think that our government should make it illegal for those types of people to go get chemotherapy?
Well, I know chemotherapy is not that easy just to go get to where they can get it constantly, because if that was the case, my grandpa would still be alive.
With all due respect, Katie, I chose to ignore you positing that stupid claim that people are getting 40 abortions a year. How about you choose to ignore this and just answer the crux of the issue? Should we deny smokers that abuse the healthcare system to terminate lung cancer service because they're abusing the healthcare system?
So because we're not going to switch into a different biography because that's completely, no. That's what you do, and I do not agree with it. I do not like when you switch claims and do that. I watched your claims with the guns before.
It can be really important for us, and this is why, okay? Because when we conceptualize of a chain smoker abusing the healthcare system to continually terminate lung cancer, dying of old age, we could all easily identify that there's a problem there.
So do you say it's acceptable for the people that go into the VA that get turned away for health care?
I would love to describe this to you without you interrupting me, because I don't even really care that you're interrupting me. I just want you to like listen and try to comprehend what I'm describing. Is that fair? Okay. Like, once again, not mad that you're interrupting me. It's okay. I interrupt people too. I just want you to be able to listen and try to comprehend what I'm saying. So we could all identify that if a chain smoker is continually getting medical healthcare treatment to terminate lung cancer that they get and they die of old age, and they do this 40 times throughout their life, there's obviously a problem there that needs to be solved and addressed. Okay, but here's my perspective. The problem isn't the access to the healthcare treatment to terminate the lung cancer. They should have full legal and total access to get that healthcare. The problem, right, is what predispositioned them in the first place to ignore medical warnings about, right, what smoking can lead to because of the harm that it causes to them. And this is the same way I identify problems and these hypothetical women that don't exist, by the way, that you describe as continually getting abortions every single day. All right? The problem there isn't the fact that they're getting abortions. They should still maintain access to abortion. In fact, it's literally the saving grace from preventing unwanted children from living in unready households. And the problem is rather the education system that has completely failed our youth in the context of sex education and access to contraceptives. We need to be educating, not destroying the livelihoods of these poor women.
Okay, well, if you use it like that, there's a whole bunch of issues then that comes clean to the points where if abusing a system is acceptable and the things that we're going, wouldn't it be better to find a solution in the long run to work it out instead of just saying that we're going to fix it without fixing it? Because I keep seeing people say that there was a point where someone was going to overturn Roe v. Wade, which can't be overturned.
Well, I've already addressed this. First of all, I don't think there's any abuse of access to abortion being taken advantage of by women in America. Okay, no woman wants to get an abortion. It is just, unfortunately, the last possible resort to solve and address an unwanted pregnancy, to not place an unwanted child into an unready household. Nobody celebrates abortion. Everybody should celebrate the right to access abortion. Okay, right? And then secondarily, building off of this, the way that we can address an issue of people getting incessant. It's not even an issue of people getting repeated abortions. It's an issue of us not educating people on what sex is and what it causes. Okay, right? Like, do you think that any of these like individuals in our youth that are getting repeated abortions, if it is even happening, which I don't think it is, like, or want that? Do you think that they call for that?
Are you
do you think that like they're expecting that? No, because if they did that, they wouldn't do it, right? Like this happens because we're not educating our youth on what sex is and providing, right, like substantial means to prevent unwanted pregnancies to all. Maybe we should make contraceptives readily available and free to our youth. Maybe
your
we should
school
start
not give
educating
you a
age-appropriate
health
sex ed.
class then?
Maybe we should start. Maybe we should start educating our youth with age-appropriate sex ed. Dude, shut up, Katie. I've been so kind to you. Be quiet, please. Just allow me to finish. Maybe we should just start educating our youth with age-appropriate sex ed at younger ages. But this has nothing to do with access to abortion. I don't care if you're an 18-year-old like a woman that goes out and parties every weekend at CU Boulder and, like you were saying, gets 40 abortions a year. Let's say fuck it, let's make it 4,000. Or like a 56-year-old middle-aged woman happily married to your husband for the last 30 years with 2 kids going to Harvard that had an unwanted pregnancy because her IUD failed and his condom failed. Like, I don't care about the individualistic scenario because at the end of the day, all women deserve the same exact access to abortion, regardless of how dire or quote unquote reckless and irresponsible as you describe their scenario is, because there's absolutely no justification for the violation of their human rights, such as bodily autonomy and integrity, for an abortion. There's no reason why an abortion is morally wrong. If you could give me a reason why it's morally wrong, sure, we should ban it, but it's not.
So you want to put in the education system, you want to say that they should have a better way of talking about what can come with consequences of age-appropriate activities.
I'm calling for better sex ed,
Your
yes.
school not give you a health class where they went through the whole process of a woman in pregnancy for 9 months, the curse of the health profs on how to put a condom on a woody, the safety behind protection and stuff like that?
Actually, if you're curious, no. I went to a private Catholic school and I never learned that.
But you graduated from Junction in Colorado.
How do you know what high school I graduated from? That's kind of weird. Gabby, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. How do you know that?
Because that's a 9th grade curriculum class that's required for all 9th graders to pass to be able to graduate.
Well, one second. How do you know what high school I graduated from? We need to talk about that.
Because I'm from somewhere close from Colorado.
Where are you
I know people all in Colorado.
Where are you from?
I'm from Wyoming.
Okay, you're from Wyoming. And do you like know somebody that I went to school with?
I know a couple people who know you personally. I'm not going to put their names out here because I don't know if they want that, but they knew you from high school. They didn't know you personally, but they knew you.
That's interesting. I don't care. I mean, you search Dean Withers up online, you find an article from my high school about winning in like an FBLA competition, and as well as I included it in like the New York Times article. So it is public information that I don't care about. I was just curious on like where you got that from.
No, you're good. You're good. I get that. I'm just surprised they allowed you to graduate without letting you go through that course, because that is a course that the school has.
I will repeat though. I definitely don't think that sex ed courses in public education in our country are up to par, and that's partially because it's been politicized by the right and discredited. Secondarily, even if it was up to par, there's still no good reason to infringe upon the right of a woman from accessing abortion.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that.
And the reason I say that is because all the reasons you've given me so far in our conversation why abortion is wrong have nothing to do with the baby dying. And that's my big problem. Emily, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. I appreciate that. W's for Emily in the chat. It's like if someone walked up behind my grandma, executioner style, unalived her back of the head, pew pew, and someone asked me why that was wrong, I'd say it's because my grandma died. Okay? Right? If a drunk driver T-boned my mom, unalived her, someone asked me why that's wrong, I'd say it's because my mom died. All right? That's murder. That's wrong. That's bad. Right? But as soon as we start talking about this fetus, which you describe is just as morally valuable as you and I, no different. And I ask you to tell me why it's wrong. It's about anything but why the fetus died. It's
Well,
about
I
the
mean,
mom and the negative, reckless intentions of her.
I believe
Right?
all birth
And
is
one
born for a
second,
reason.
please just let me finish here. Right? And what this tells me is that you don't really value the life of the fetus. You just kind of want to punish and control women predicated on what you deem as responsible or irresponsible mental states, which led to that abortion. I could show you, right, like like a picture of a fetus conceived off of two loving, responsible adults, and one conceived by my 18-year-old friend that parties every night at CU Boulder. They're going to be identical. The only difference was the mental states that led to conception. And you'll sit here and say, well, woman number 2 shouldn't be able to get an abortion because you don't like the mental states that led to the conception. Nothing to do with the intrinsic value of the life of the fetus, and that's the issue. So tell me why the life of that fetus is morally valuable. That's a conversation that should be had.
Because I believe all life is incredible. I had an experience with my own sibling who was a miracle child that did not was planned, was never here, and incredibly an amazing sibling. And I believe all life should be guaranteed. I understand that there are purpose in lives where it should not be, but I'm also thinking about, you never know what that person could have been turned out to be. You never know who that person would be.
I hear
I
you.
get it. It's just a cell in some people's eyes, and I understand that that's some people's opinions. But in my eyes, I justify it as a possibility of someone who can do incredible, amazing things in the world.
Lily, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. I appreciate you so much. Lily says the worst part of AB ban is the healthcare denied to women that have problematic pregnancies threatening their life. Yes, those are the most dire circumstances. I couldn't agree more. And I think that those deserve to be talked about within their own right. However, like obviously right now, we're hitting the crux of the issue. This just that we have no reason to ban it at all in the first place. Second of all, Katie, I want to be able to respond to that, but I do want to say, I appreciate you for like being kind of respectful and alive. We had a good conversation. I apologize for telling you to shut up earlier.
It's okay, I get it.
If this conversation is getting too much for you, no one's gonna boo or jeer you if you want to leave. I just want to put that out there. I heard a little bit of shakiness in your voice. The point of the live is for a good discussion, not to make people cry.
Oh no, I have like nerves, so this is nerves cracking.
Yeah, I do too. I've very chronic anxiety, and when I first started going live, it was so bad. It was terrible. It was terrible. I just want to put that one out there. Gwen, thank you so much for the $25 on Venmo. I really appreciate you for the love, Gwen. Thank you so much. Everybody, please do show some love to Gwen down below in that chat. Thank you for the $25. Gwen says, does Katie, well, I could ask that question later. Thank you for the love, Gwen. W's to Gwen. Anyways, so going back to our conversation here, you just said that you believe that all those fetuses' lives are deserving of innate intrinsic value because of their future capabilities. So we're going to test that because I don't believe it. A human zygote is the first stage of human development. It occurs right after conception. It is a unicellular organism that has the same amount of potentiality as a fetus at 20 weeks, okay? They're both just as capable of an experience like yours and experience like mine in its future. So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you think it should be considered murder if I were to slap a zygote and kill it, or an IUD were to prevent it from implantation, starving it to death and killing it?
I'm going to be 100% honest. I do not know what a zygote is, just because I was...
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good, Kate. I didn't know before I started these abortion debates either. A zygote is the first stage of human development. It's a unicellular human organism. So when you have the sperm and the egg, and they conceive by combining the sperm implants into the egg, the result is a human zygote. It is classified as the first stage of human development.
Okay. In that case, I mean, unless the person is using the abortion for like medical reasons, I would typically say, or not abortions, the birth control for medical reasons, I would say that is because of the medical issues that the person is having themselves.
What is it? Is it murder? Without medical reasons, is it murder?
No. If it's that, I wouldn't say, oh, without...
Exactly, and that's the point. We don't consider it murder to kill a zygote, even though it has the same future capabilities, capacities, and potentiality as a fetus at 20 weeks. So why should we consider it murder to kill a fetus?
I can see where you guys are coming from. I see the difference in the different points of views that everyone has. I can understand that.
Can you explain it, though?
Well, with you guys, it is more about that person basically isn't a person until they're born, which allows it not to actually have kind of like a soul or emotions or brain functions like that. So it's technically not even a living organism without being a living cell.
So I think that elective abortions become wrong as soon as they could deploy a consciousness. And that's about 20 gestational weeks. It's before it's born. So maybe we can meet in the middle there. Okay.
I agree with that.
Right?
I feel like I do know there were some states that were.
Just to further explain a little bit, that is what I think gives us value. Okay. And I think you kind of agree here. Like earlier when I asked you why you think abortion's wrong, you were saying, well, it's going to have emotions in its future. It could be a great person. It could be like you and me, a productive member of society. And like you see that in its future, and you're like, well, we should value it now because of its future, right? And I mean, that's why I used to be pro-life too. Before I got into debates, I was the same way. But what converted my viewpoint on the issue is, well, I couldn't explain why I didn't care about the zygote that we already talked about, because it could also have the same future capacities for all those things as a fetus. I don't give a shit about it, right? And then what I kind of learned is, well, maybe the reason why I care about the fetus and not the zygote is because like the fetus kind of looked like a baby on the ultrasound, or all the Republicans were telling me that you had to rip its arms and legs off and it was a bloody massacre, and all this shit that shouldn't be considerate to my moral evaluation of the matter. And then that led me into my current position. That is, I sincerely don't value it until it could actually deploy a very low level of those conscious experiences that we all give value to at about 20 through 24 weeks. You're on mute, Katie. I just wanted to put it out there.
No, I get that. No, I understand. I see where you guys are coming from.
Yeah, and I'll actually task you this, because I don't think I'm going to get you to concede on live and change your viewpoint. I could just tell. Think about it. Think about it as hard as you can. Try to prove the logic wrong. Try to find any way to explain the problems in your stance that I relayed. And as soon as you can't, consider the fact that maybe I'm right and you're wrong. That's all that I ask. All right, Katie's on mute again. I'm going to go ahead and drop you. I appreciate you for coming up here and being respectful, Katie. She dropped herself. All right. We're going to move on to our next guest, y'all. That is a crystal prime example of how these conversations are supposed to go. I really appreciate Katie for that. We're going to move on to our next guest here, y'all. Everybody just do give us a minute, y'all. Everybody just do give us a minute. Wow. We have not had... Honestly, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the caffeine in my system that's wanting me to actually try to, change their minds. I don't know, but it's certainly a good day here. Certainly a good day. We're going to move on to our next guest. If you're one of the 7.1 thousand people watching the stream, guys, make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen, as well as Barbara. Breen Girl, thank you so much for the $50 donation on PayPal. Breen Girl, that is BREENGIRL, says, I truly love what you do, Dean. Well, thank you so much, Breen Girl, for the $50 donation. I want to see at least 500 W's for Breen Girl in that chat, as well as Kristen. Thank you for the $15 donation on PayPal, and so for the fireworks. Kristen says, I appreciate what you do. I was raised conservative and completely changed my views as an adult. I show my 13-year-old son, who asks a lot of questions, parts of debates with you, Parker and Harry. That is awesome, Kristen. You are obviously a great mother, and you are setting your son up for future successes. W's for Kristen in that chat as well. Also, Camlin and Gabby, thank you for the $3 and the $1. Anyways, Carrie, what's going on? Did you vote for Trump?
Hi, no, I didn't. I didn't have a chance to. I also did not go and register or anything like that.
Would you have voted for Trump though?
I believe so. I did have a couple of questions though about it, because now you're kind of turning my mind a bit.
Go take it away, Carrie. That's a good way to start the conversation.
So, with the last girl, Katie, I feel like she had some good points but didn't explain them well, or maybe she just kind of was, I don't know. But I think she had a couple good points. Same with you. I just had a couple questions. So for the first one is when you were talking about birth control and just the abortion in general. I would just wanted to answer that question just so I could get your opinion on it more. So I was thinking that birth control is more of the prevention before you are pregnant. And then when you find out you're pregnant, abortion is the step that you weren't really expecting. I guess.
Okay, so most birth controls function in such a way to prevent pregnancy, and when we say prevent pregnancy, we really just mean prevent conception. However, there's certain forms of birth control, such as an IUD, that can prevent conception, but also prevent the implantation of the conceived zygote. Also, just real quick, what year are you born in?
Yeah, I was born in 2006.
And how old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay, awesome. So go ahead.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Thank you for explaining that to me. I did understand that. I was just thinking like you get an an IUD, and then let's say a few months later you find out you're pregnant. I wouldn't say that's murder because you weren't planning on getting pregnant, and that was kind of your prevention.
Wasn't the intention, and the IUD just kind of killed him anyways.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't believe that intention is required for culpability for murder. If I drink 3 beers and I get in my truck with the intention of grabbing some gas and I wipe out a family of 5 on the way, did I murder them? Were they victims of murder?
I mean, wait, can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so if I drink 3 beers and get in my truck intending to grab some gas and I wipe out a family of 5 on the way, were they murdered?
I would say so, yes.
Okay, so this is a analogy that demonstrates you do not have need to have intention as long as you engage in an action which directly results in the consequence of the unjustified death of another. It is murder.
Okay, so because it was an accident, it wasn't murder, or it was murder.
Yeah, well, I mean, you caused the unjust death of 5. You murdered them. So even without that intention.
My son was giving me a call. Also, just going off.
Okay. Hello? She's getting called a bunch. You might want to go to the next person.
Okay. Hey, Carrie, feel free to come up at some point. I appreciate you for your attitude. I've actually enjoyed a lot of the guests on the live today. This has been a surprisingly good day. What's up, No Sir?
Nice.
Dude, it's been a great day. There's been so many kind people in here.
It's been really awesome. Bad for me recently, so hopefully today is good.
I know, right? Maybe this day is turn around.
Bad day.
What's up? No, I'm actually having a good day. But I feel like you're gonna change that. I can tell. Did you vote for Trump?
That's racist. Of course I did.
And why is that?
So the thing is, man, you kind of young still. By the time you're 30, you'll pop out. You'll jump out of this liberal programming that's been going on since you've been in elementary school.
Wait. I grew up in a conservative Christian household. Both of us did.
No, the school seems to overpower what parents teach you.
I went
and
to
they call it science.
Okay, 5 seconds from me.
Go ahead.
And then 5 seconds from Parker. And then you could continue to speak. I went to a private Catholic school. I was taught to be Republican, literally. Okay? I had Republican family members. All around 71% of my county voted red. And on top of that, this idea that the older I grow, the more conservative I become is false.
You will.
Because the older I grow, the more educated I'm going to become. And I've seen a positive correlation between liberal ideology and education. Okay? And it's not the programming, okay, or the satanic science. It's just
Who's your favorite entertainer by any chance?
What?
Myself. Anyways,
You entertain yourself?
Give us some reason. Well, yes, I do.
Boy band. What boy band you like?
Dude.
Well, why are you asking? Are you asking that?
I'm just trying to get a groundwork of where he's coming from.
What boy bands do you like?
I don't like boy bands anymore. When I was young, I did. I grew up off like New Edition and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm old.
Let's have a conversation about the topic. Give us reasons why you voted for Trump. Let's debate substance. Although
I'm against.
I bet I'm more educated than you.
You might be. I don't give a damn about education. Actually, education is indoctrination. If you knew what you were talking about.
Wait. You think all education? You think all
Not
education
all
is
of it.
indoctrination?
Ooga booga!
So then you have to
The
claim
leftist
specifically.
shit y'all talking about,
Well, then
yes.
you have to say specifically what education is quote unquote
He said
indoctrination and what education's not. So can you give me a definition of indoctrination?
I'm strong against AB. I don't think it's necessary at
Can you
any
give me a
time.
definition of indoctrination?
So I'm not a dictionary. Look it up.
Well, I'm just asking how
I
you're
mean,
using the
what-
term.
Wait, you just told him to educate himself on the definition of
I
a term
never
with the use
said
of a
that.
dictionary? Wow, I thought that you
I
were against
never said that.
education.
I never said that.
Yeah, you said look it up in a
Well,
dictionary.
he want a step by step definition out of the dictionary. I'm
Yeah, I'm
not
just
a
asking how
dictionary. That's what I
how
mean.
you're using it.
Using what
The
exactly?
term.
What term? I mean, I'm old. You got to remind me though. What I said.
What were we just talking about?
You know what this is?
What the hell is
I
that?
don't know what that
Some
is either.
marijuana
This
or
is
something? Well,
oh my god.
Oh,
they
you
kicked
can't
us
say that
out.
on the live.
No.
oh, I'm sorry.
This is sticks and rocks, okay? And there's a very important reason why I'm showing you guys this picture of sticks and rocks, okay? Because this picture demonstrates what society would be without education. Thank you. As well as Alex, thank you for the $5 on PayPal. That's very kind of you. Josh, hello, did you vote for Trump?
I did, yeah. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Why do you vote for Trump? Also, Parker, I'm probably going to let you take most of this one. I'm going to go pee real quick.
I really like Trump's plan to send our military into South America to take on the cartels.
Wait, so you want to invade Mexico?
Yeah,
Um.
to take out the cartels.
So, okay. So against Mexico's consent?
Yeah, you treat geopolitical conflicts like the goddamn UFC. This is obviously a bad idea. We should not be ingressing
Explain
upon
why.
the territory. Yeah, because we shouldn't be ingressing upon the territory of a foreign country. A, without the consent of that foreign country, and B, against the populist rule and the dictation of their leadership to achieve an end goal of like unaliving criminals in their country. Okay.
Their leadership is too corrupt to take down the cartels themselves, so we should do it for them. The same way we took down ISIS.
Okay, wait. I have a question. Appreciate the money gun. Do you support defending Ukraine?
Should we go in there and take out the Russian troops?
I do, yes. I do defend supporting Ukraine.
You do you support funding Ukraine?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you support stepping in any set of circumstances which are bad globally and like literally like killing criminals in the country?
I think if it's affecting the U.S.
Okay, so we should just kill criminals, right? Like Donald Trump?
No.
Well, no. So what criminals do you think it's justified to kill?
Criminals that are
those that have committed violent offenses?
Criminals that are hurting U.S. Americans.
Like Donald Trump being held civilly liable for forcibly penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will?
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go use the restroom. Feel free to you have power.
I think that if there's enough evidence to criminally convict them, then we should prosecute them.
Okay, so you
All
say
right, I'll be
that-
back, chat.
Okay, I agree, but it's past the statute of limitations, so we can't legally right now. But I would like to be able to.
There's a statute of limitations on
Yeah,
rape.
I think that's messed up, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why she hasn't been able to try him in a criminal court.
So there is enough evidence to criminally convict.
I think so.
We should change that
obviously,
law.
Obviously, it hasn't gone through the criminal system yet, but I mean, there was plenty of evidence in the civil case.
It seems like we're getting away
from a jury.
We're getting away from the main point, though, of Mexico, right?
Okay,
Why
but like
shouldn't
you want to like invade Mexico. I think it's insane to invade Mexico without the consent of Mexico in particular. Now, in terms of because it is the case that we're not like helping out an ally. We're going into their country against their consent, and we're doing that. I don't think you think that's justified in any other piece of the earth.
I think there's a huge amount of substances flowing in from the Mexican border that are unaliving Americans, that are destroying lives in America.
Okay,
and I
so
think
then-
if Mexico's not going to do something about it, then we should. And I think that stopping that.
You know, the vast majority of what you're referencing is also going to be like reference to the fact that it's literally laced within other types of substances. So if you want to specifically limit people from dying from that particular type of substance laced in other things that they're buying, well, then you should legalize and decriminalize other sorts of those things so that people don't have to go through illegal means in order to be able to get these particular types of substances that they've already been decriminalized and legalized in all countries, like a bunch of countries around the world, or like legalized or decriminalized specifically in the United States and certain states.
Okay, but it's not a dichotomy. We could do both. That does just because we could legalize substances doesn't mean we can't stop the cartels that are producing the. I don't know if I can say it, but the bad substances.
Well, then you should also address things that specifically cartels use to like hurt people. Like, for example, like make the system of immigration go faster. So instead of making it take forever to go through the system, like 7 to 10 years on average, or 5 to 7 years, sorry, right? Instead, it should take literally 6 months to 1 year maximum, right? And if more people were incentivized to go through legal processes, right, it's going to be easier to identify people going through undocumented mechanisms for bad reasons, or the cartel specifically doing this. So
I agree. I agree that immigration should be easier, and I think Trump suggested a merit-based system of immigration, which I think is a good idea. But none of this like changes the fact that we should still. I'm not sure exactly what he suggested, but he's talked about merit-based immigration, because I know our main criteria for immigration is whether or not you have family here, and I don't think that that's necessarily a good criteria. But none of this changes the fact that we should still. Because just because you have family here doesn't mean that you'd be better to help our country.
Wait, what do you mean? You don't think that we should prioritize making sure we have full families here who want to be here?
I don't think
families together.
It's not really keeping families together. It's like if you have relatives that live here, it's easier to immigrate here.
Yeah,
is that true?
I mean, I think that makes sense.
Well, I have a question about immigration. Okay, are you ready? So if there's an immigrant that showed up at a legal port of entry into our country, Border Patrol found out they'd committed 34 felonies, they'd raped an American woman, sexualized American little girls, literally staged a coup in a plan to overthrow and rig the outcome of a federal election on the presidential level in our own country, as well as they called for the termination of articles found in the American Constitution. Do you think they should be let into the country?
Based on that?
Yeah.
What's the evidence against them? Have they been criminally convicted?
Criminally convicted in a criminal court in America for the felonies. They were found to have raped an American woman in a civil court of law twice. They were recorded on tape sexualizing American little girls. They literally just admitted to Border Patrol that they wanted to overthrow and nullify some of the articles in our Constitution, as well as they admitted to trying to rig and change the outcome of the election. So, should this person be let into the country?
I understand what you're trying to do, but I think civil court has a much lower standard of evidence than criminal court.
So, with all due respect,
I think that
I need you to answer my question.
Should we let them in?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Also, what year were you born in?
I was born in 2005.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 19.
You're 19?
Yeah. Can you guys answer the question of why we shouldn't take down cartels? Why shouldn't we take down the cartels?
Okay, sir, with all due respect, if you don't answer my question, I'm going to kick you.
No, we shouldn't let them in.
Okay, so in other words, if Trump was born in Mexico, he shouldn't be let into these countries because all of the qualifications I named off were to Trump. But because Trump was born in New York, he should be allowed to run the country. Why? Also,
I don't think that the felonies that Trump committed were legitimate.
Okay, so what felonies?
I think they were politically motivated.
So what felonies was he criminally convicted of, sir?
He committed a bookkeeping offense. He paid a.
I need you to be very specific. Okay. Anything else?
I don't know what it's called.
Okay, so here's the thing. So actually, giving Stormy Daniel monies was not illegal. That was not the felony he was convicted of. He was convicted.
He used the wrong money.
So,
right?
So Josh, with all due respect, I need you to shut the hell up now, bud. Thanks. So he was convicted of 34 counts of falsification of business records with a intent to commit a second-step crime. So you obviously didn't know the felony counts that he was convicted of. So how can you tell me that they're politically motivated and he didn't do what he was accused and convicted of, while not knowing what he was accused and convicted of? It just sounds to me
because
like
it was
you're
a
victim of
bookkeeping
propaganda.
offense. It was a bookkeeping offense.
And how does that?
34 felonies for a bookkeeping offense. That's just not very important to me as a voter.
Oh, okay, so now you're making a different argument. Now you're saying that the felonies he did and was convicted of aren't important to you, but prior you're holding to the position that he actually didn't do them and was politically motivated.
I'm not saying that he didn't do that. I'm saying the fact that he was prosecuted so harshly, I think, is politically motivated. And
Wait,
the fact
this is a
that
Class
he
A felony in the state of New York. It's not just a bookkeeping offense. It's a bookkeeping offense with an intent to sway the outcome of an election, which was the second-step crime he was convicted of doing.
Because he paid off the porn star.
No, paid off the corn star, right? Lied about it on the business lied about it on the business documentations, and he paid her off to specifically keep her quiet, coming out that he had cheated on her with his wife to not sway people's votes in 2016. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way,
Didn't everyone already know about it though?
No. He's also raped an American woman. He sexualized American little girls. He boasted about grabbing a woman by the P word, right? He literally called for the termination of our own constitution, tried to rig the outcome of 2020, and you still think that this guy's a good fit. Why?
Because he's going to take down the cartels.
Well, honestly,
Told you why, and you won't address it. Why is it a bad idea to take down cartels?
If someone was born in Mexico with all of Trump's qualifications, I'd bet every dollar to my name that you'd be calling for you know, Trump 2.0 to take him down too.
You're still not addressing the issue. You're completely dodging the issue of whether or not we should take down cartels.
We're
and
not.
You're just saying that he's a felon.
Josh, we already addressed
You're saying
this. We already addressed this. We
No, you didn't.
said, yes, we did, right? It doesn't make sense to do this unless you have consent specifically of the country to particularly
Why?
help them with the issue.
Because we shouldn't be invading foreign
you're
sovereign
just invading
territory.
foreign sovereign territory,
Like,
right?
that's
And you're,
bad.
Yeah, like
That's bad. Why?
Yeah,
How about we just work on?
We shouldn't do it because it's bad. That's why.
How about we work on
I've
fixing
already
the issue?
explained. You didn't listen.
Yeah. How about we work on fixing the issue in our own country? How about we
could do both. We could do both.
No,
you
no,
haven't
we
given
can't
me a
do both.
single reason why it's bad.
Yeah,
I
because
already
invasion
did.
of other
You
countries.
We can't take down cartels.
Because we
You
don't
said
want-
it's
there's-
bad to invade a foreign country.
Yes.
So again, if you understand,
Why is it bad?
Yeah. Okay. So, wait, why is it bad to invade a foreign country?
A sovereign country. Explain why it's bad to invade Mexico. Can you hear me?
We dropped.
He drops this up. The sniffling is crazy, but dude, seriously, dude, why is it like? I mean, obviously it's your position or not your position, right? That it's bad to invade places. I think you're kind of telling on yourself when you're like, oh, right. To explain to me why you think it's bad to invade a sovereign country. Like
Yeah,
what?
That's insane, bro. Hey, what's
Well,
going
guys,
on? Did you vote for
What's
Trump?
up, guys? How's everything? Yes.
It's going right. Okay, why did you vote for Trump?
Well, I mean, he's tough in a way. We can't say until the 20th. But besides
One
that,
second. Anna, I appreciate you so much for the $5 on Venmo. That's very kind of you. So go
Parker,
ahead and
what's
vote for Trump.
up?
1 second. Scott! Thank you so much for the $50 donation on Venmo, Scott. That is incredibly kind of you. Please show some love to Scott in that chat. Scott says, love you, Dean and Parker, for explaining why our country should not invade the other country of Mexico. Deadass Scott, I appreciate you so much for the $50. I want to see at least 500 W's for Scott in the comment section, and thank you so much for the love, man. If anybody else wants to support me or Parker, Venmo's, Cash Apps, PayPal's are all in the link tree in our bios, as well as you could specifically find my Venmo and PayPal by just clicking on the profile picture, my main account down here in the bottom right-hand corner, and it will appear on your screen. Anyways, Drew, why'd you vote for Trump?
well, no, there's a lot of things, obviously with his pride and everything, nobody else did it differently. So we had to go, obviously, to the right instead of the left.
I don't know what this means. Why did you vote for Trump?
And he's done a lot.
Okay, like what? What has Trump done that makes you think he's better picked for the presidency compared
I
to Harris?
mean, off the back, he's done good stuff.
Okay,
He's-
built. So he literally he paid people to build buildings in New York, and that makes him better than Kamala Harris. Why?
We use something to actually make something out of something, and
What the fuck? Words,
What?
words,
Dude,
meaningless words that I don't
He
care about. Give me an
he used something to make something out of something.
Those
You
are
know what I
words.
mean? Dude, that was like the most
And
intelligent
they're big.
statement I've ever heard.
Big. So besides that, all right, going back to that whole, ending, going into the last previous gentleman.
Wait, Drew. What shape is the Earth?
Oh, come on, we're gonna play with this, Parker.
My name is Dean. You idiot.
No, I see
Are
Parker.
you
'cause I had
okay?
this argument with
Is this guy
Parker.
sentient?
Dude, I talked to him. You think the Earth is flat? Are you the person that thought the Earth was flat yesterday?
Yeah, man, come on.
Jesus Christ, dude.
All right,
Yeah,
well, we were talking
this
about how
person's
to
a
get
joke.
tickets.
This person, I said,
We were talking
after I
about how to
talked to
get
this
tickets to
person, I was like,
Antarctica
I
to
don't
the-
believe flat earthers should have the right to vote.
I just want to ask him one
Come
question.
on.
How do you explain what model of flat Earth, right, explains and accounts for the 24-hour sun in Antarctica?
What? That was behind a green screen, man. Come on, we
Oh
already.
my God! No! The biggest flat earthers, the people you look up to support your movement, went to Antarctica and observed it themselves and live stream the entire time. Seriously,
paid to do it.
They were all paid. Yeah.
Oh my God!
seriously,
Wait,
dude.
are you actually disputing the validity of the biggest flat
Dude, yeah,
earthers that have
seriously.
ever existed that went there and conceded?
Yeah,
that
dude,
there
they're
is a
all
24/7
psyops.
sun?
They're all psyops by the federal
No,
government,
dude,
dude.
come on, think about it. Think about it. So you guys think? Well, I mean, are we're gonna keep this topic going?
Dude, I mean, I don't even think I should engage in conversation with you if you're this dumb.
But
Like,
come on, you got to teach us. That's the whole point.
teach you, dude. No, you're purposefully dumb.
No, hold on. So you're telling me that the world spins, right? Or is it the planets?
Yeah, we exist on a globe. Yes.
Okay, you're
in
right.
which gravity has an effect on.
A gravity that's sealed.
Yeah, and also spin is relative. I'm just letting you know. But yeah.
Wait, gravity's not sealed.
I mean, so I was talking to Park about this. This was awesome last night. So you think, Dean, that we went to the moon?
Yes.
How is that?
How do we go to the moon? I'm not an airspace engineer. I don't know.
Me neither, but I figured out that they actually did it underneath water.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Bro thinks that they're like Jar Jar Binks.
All right,
Dude,
so think about this.
Sarah,
So
thank you for the dollar on Venmo. No, seriously, I want you to explain the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. That completely that is the
oh
destroyer.
yeah,
of flat
man.
Earth.
I mean, thankfully for Admiral Byrd, we wouldn't have even thought about it.
So are you going to explain
Actually,
it?
if it wasn't- if it
Are
wasn't-
you going to explain it and tell me how it coincides with your model or not?
So we have things hidden there, which is
God,
beautiful.
thank you for
Never
the
mind past
$50.
the
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for Love You and Dean and Parker for explaining why our country should not invade the entire country of Mexico. I really appreciate that, Mexico. Whoa, sorry. Yeah, I appreciate that, Scott. Thank you so much. Stephanie, thank you so much. I appreciate the $2. Matthew, thank you for the $1. Anna, thank you so much for the $5. And Maria, thank you so much for the $1. Drew, I'm sorry. Like you're not sentient.
Hold
He's
on,
seriously not sentient.
hold on. I'm trying to be respectful.
Also, why are people saying he's following a minor? Like,
Do
why
you want
is
to check
that
us following this?
I'll check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I'm asking you a very specific question, and I want you to explain it to me. In Antarctica, right, the sun is present 24 hours out of the day. How do you explain that, given your model of a flat Earth?
The sun and the moon goes in the middle of the Earth, up and down, up and down. So the lineage, the string, will drop down. So let's go back this. Like, let's just say.
Wait. That doesn't explain how there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
That's what I'm
while
trying to
there's
tell
also
you. The
daylight
green
and
screen-
night at different points in America. Sorry, in America. Wow, in the world.
Shadows. We caught the shadows on the moon, supposedly.
Wait, the shadows on the what the fuck? Answer me, okay? Amber, thank you for the night star. How do you explain a 24-hour sun in Antarctica while it is daytime in other parts of the world, while nighttime in other parts?
So how? So you explain to me, why does it?
No, Drew. I'm not explaining. I'm not explaining shit to you. You're explaining it to me.
All right,
How
so,
do
all
you
right,
explain
all right,
the
hold on.
24-hour
Let me turn
sun
this around.
in
Let me turn this
Antarctica?
around.
The 24-hour sun in Antarctica refutes and disproves any model of flat Earth. And for those that are watching that are curious why it refutes and disproves any model of the flat Earth, this is
Oh yeah, this is totally a
So-
minor, dude. This is totally a minor.
why do you follow kids, Drew? I don't
Yeah, why
even
do you
care
follow
about
a
explaining
kid, bro?
it to
They're literally live right now, and their bio says single, dude. That's crazy.
you. We'll explain that education
That's actually crazy, bro.
after we ask him why he's a P3DO. Elizabeth, thank you for the
Dude,
$20.
that's
I
actually-
appreciate you for the love. Elizabeth, thank you for the $20 saying he's unaliving the brain cells I've left trying to explain this. Yes, Sam. So go ahead, Drew. Unmute your mic. Why are you P3DO? Let's get to the chase.
Max, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hello? Do you have an explanation? Also, Parker, can you send me their account?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah, I'll send it. Look at your messages.
Yeah. Just don't want to go through the list myself. Drew, click on your profile picture and click the icon of your mic and explain why you follow a kid.
Do you see them?
Yeah, it's a kid. It's a minor.
Yeah, literally.
Drew, unmute yourself, bud.
Dude, why are there so many fucking people that go in our lives that are like this? I actually don't get it. I don't get it. Why
do
is
you
this like
follow-
a every other day thing?
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So everything has been deceiving. So we never been to the moon. Not even a rocket.
Drew, be quiet. Listen to what we just said. Why are you following a minor?
I don't get it.
Drew, why are you following a minor?
Following a minor?
I seriously am looking at a minor that you're following right now.
What?
It's like-
This is how you guys are gonna do. Dude, I follow you guys, and all of a sudden women start chasing me.
What? We're talking. You followed a minor. I'm asking you why you follow them.
A minor? Are you kidding me? Hopefully, it's not my little kid brother's best friends.
In their bio, it says single.
Who the
And it
hell?
has the,
Can you,
yeah,
can
and
you
I
push that
literally.
up so that? No, come on, man. Are you trying to call me a pedo? Come on, guys. This is not cool.
Why are you? Why would you follow like a minor of like or one of your friends or something? That's
What?
weird.
This is how AI works,
stop going
guys.
into
This is
the
how
stop
AI
going into the
works.
kid's life. Stop going into the
Come
kid's
on,
life.
man.
If you're watching the
That's not
stream,
cool.
stop going into the kid's life. I'm
Like,
looking at so
do you
many.
know how
Shut up.
AI
Drew,
works? All
shut
of a
up.
sudden,
Shut up.
you
I
know,
told you to shut up, Drew. I told you to shut up.
Okay.
There's so many people that are going into this minor's live right now. Right, in about 30 seconds, I'm gonna start blocking every name that I see in there from ever seeing the stream again. I heavily want to disincentivize anybody from going onto their page. Okay, if you happen to be one of the select few people that know about it, right, and you're already in the live, please tell others to leave. Right, we do not want to direct attention to a literal child. I do not want you guys to like be accommodating and going on. Leave the minor alone. Okay, leave the minor alone, chat. If this doesn't naturally resolve itself. Further steps will be taken. Leave the minor alone.
Yeah. Drew, this is actually like insane though. This is actually insane. Like you're like, oh, this is like the level of like you backing up and moving the goalpost when clearly we've identified that you follow a minor is actually insane.
I don't know. He's obviously not going to say anything. I'm going to kick him because like every second he goes up here, more people are going to be curious about who the minor is. More people are going to go look at his following list. More people are going to find them. More people are going to go on their live and not leave the minor alone. Right? We care about minor safety. We want to leave the minor alone, so we're just going to remove him and move on. Leave the fucking minor alone. So we're going to go to move on to our next guest. Everybody just give us a minute.
Oh my god, they literally took the picture of me and they. Haley, hello.
Haley's not here, so we're gonna move on to our next guest. You guys, spam MAGA down below in the chat. Also, yeah, feel free to, yeah, like, that's just weird. If you're already in there, just report her live, get it taken down. Nothing against the kid, just kid shouldn't be live, getting that detention. David, what's up? How old are you?
Hey guys, 42.
42, awesome. You vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did. I do we, I heard a little like half an hour ago you had some good analogies and discussions about, taking, man, this lives get me all nervous, man.
I get it, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, bro.
Do we want to talk about that a little bit and then get into this, or?
I just want to know why you voted for Trump.
I voted for Trump. Well, I voted for Trump for, many reasons. One of them would be his stance on tariffs and whatnot.
Rose, thank you so much for the. It says on okay, you voted for him because of his tariffs. So why do you think tariffs are a good thing?
No. Let me finish my point.
Okay, you can answer it for a minute. We just want one reason why you voted for Trump that we could refute.
Yeah. When I came to this country about 20 years ago, China's GDP was about 7% of that of US's GDP. Now it's about neck to neck, and I do believe that
What you just told was a lie. What you just told was a big fat lie. That was a lie. It was wrong. It was misinformation. China's GDP over the last 4 years has slimmed by about 3.
No. When I moved to this country in 1999, the China's GDP was about 7%.
7%, as you said.
7
Now
or
you said it's neck
10%.
to neck. It is not neck to neck. That is a big fat lie.
Well, maybe 90%, right?
No. The GDP's actually got smaller over the course of the last 4 years. And what does this have to do with anything about why you voted for Trump?
What I'm saying is when I came to this country, the US was the envy of the world.